Happy Friday, Tour.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you doing today?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Yes, you are.
It is actually Friday when we're doing this.
It is.
And that's because it's about to be, well, it's basically winter break for me. No more about to be. It is.
And me.
Yeah, how long do you have off?
I'm off until the new year.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
We should be able to have many an adventure in that time.
We should.
And I'll try real hard not to dominate all of that time.
Yeah, because it's also just full of celebration for me, because we got the holiday, and we've also got my birthday, and then we got the new
Yes.
year. Yeah.
That's the 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we should have a party. Like, you know how all the times we keep trying to open stratagem?
Yeah, I do.
It's like, let's have a party for Tour. I think that would be amazing. I think everybody who comments and watches the video would say yes. So I think that's my plan. I just thought about that in this moment because, I didn't share that with you before.
I see.
But I'm glad you mentioned your birthday because it just sparked an idea in my head. We need to have a party on your birthday in Second Life. Unless you have First Life plans, obviously. I don't want to override anything. Not that I could.
I'm not sure if I do or not.
Well, if you don't, you have Second Life plans for sure.
All right.
Okay. And that we can talk about what that would look like. We can make it a very tour-tastic birthday. All of Tour's favorite things. Get ready for discussions.
Yes.
And maybe taking photos.
Birthday lecture. Let's go.
We'll set up a podium and then we just have an auditorium of seating and food.
Yes.
And then Tour is going to talk about all the things on his mind.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone would love to come and listen. Or actually, you end up lecturing because of our medium, right? But I would think in person, it would really be more of a discussion and maybe people would ask questions.
It is,
I'd share their opinions.
Yeah.
And then I would just play music for us to discuss too.
I mean, that's certainly what I prefer. I mean, when we talk about things, I like the back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. So, now I got the wheels spinning now in my head about this. Tour's birthday, First Life birthday, and Second Life. Get ready, everybody. Mark your calendars. What day of the week is the 28th? It's during the week. It's not on a weekend.
Thursday.
Okay, Thursday. We'll see if you end up with First Life plans, but Thursday. I got this. I'll make sure some final things are set in stratagem, and I think if we can open stratagem that day, it'd be perfect. Because the only other time I was thinking of was like New Year's, if we don't pull it off.
Yeah, and how long are you off till?
I am off till, oh my god, there's an orange cloud, which means someone has crossed in front of us. What the actual fuck?
They just
Oh,
want to
I need to turn off my interface because, okay, they're not gonna. I get twitchy and it's like, move lock. And actually I forgot the keystroke, but I have it here on a piece of paper. It is Control-Alt-P.
There you go.
So I don't need my interface. I just had forgotten what it was. Control-Alt-P.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess, come on, people. We are on a giant sim. Not that it's any bigger than a normal sim. But we are in one little piece of this sim by this one little house. And I literally mean little. And we already had one bitch, come right behind us and go in the house and, walk all, around it like it was a mansion. And then this orange cloud, I'm pushed in on this tour. How close does this person need to walk in front of other avatars? And I'm like, unless it's a friend, then that's different, right? They found us. I don't know how anyone would. We're not in a normal place. We're not at one of the stores. And it's not like I share my map location with people, except you. So
in this case, though, it is a very popular sim. We are at Luann's world.
Yes. And I don't mean to be all grinchy and Scroogey right now, dressed as Mrs. Claus, being like, what the actual fuck? Right? Because that's exactly what Mrs. Claus would say. Peace and love, people. Peace and love. It's like my avatar reminding me, just chill out, LaLa, just chill. You're Mrs. Claus.
But yes, I love Luann's world. It is a gorgeous series of regions.
And you knew them.
Yeah.
Like, I was saying it, and you're like, oh, those are always lovely. And I'm like, they are? Like, how do you know these? So,
yeah, they're in like all the photogenic sim like lists and stuff.
And you like that because you're very much landscape photographer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they really nailed the atmosphere on this one, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of attention to detail. I really like also that the snow here has little like footprints. It's a really lovely way of doing like a footpath.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Actually, the path over here, because you didn't walk it, it just teleported you. It has nice little like floating lanterns above your head, and then there, there was like a little bit of fence that you could see. So I was just kind of following the fence line and the footprints, because otherwise you could get lost in it because it's so much white and snow, and it was very realistic feeling.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah. So anyway, before I got ranty, what were we talking about?
We were going to go over our styles.
No, we weren't. You asked me how long I'm off for. I remember now. I am off. I go back to school on the 8th of January.
Oh, wow. That's a nice
2 weeks. I got 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the answer to your question. And now, yes, I suppose we should talk about styles. So we left a lot of our other styling intact because here's the story to the styling. And it's going to end up plugging something I told you I was going to plug, right?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So we were in our onesies from last time by Rosalind, because we dress and then we stay in that for like a week. And we're not usually on enough to be changing outfits every day. So I was like, oh, Mari has a performance at her Little Learners Preschool. She has like a holiday performance. And it's so cute. What was it called? The Way We Holiday? That's what it's called. And so,
I think so.
Yeah, because they had it real big across the bottom of the stage. And it was just a collection of these adorable little dances that kind of just touched on just reflected the different like religions or practices or traditions of the students at the school who are participating. So Mari had a cute little number. She had a solstice number for the winter solstice, which was yesterday. So blessed solstice to everybody. And then Mari and my sister Mandy, little Mandy, had a Puerto Rican dance that they did together that kind of captured the feel of how Puerto Ricans celebrate Christmas. And then they had like group dances in the middle and stuff. And I really feel like that production just nailed the like elementary holiday production feel.
Yes. Like even including the curtain and the way that they were announcing kids and everything. And even even down to the jank and the mistakes. The commentary about like why somebody like dropped a slipper. I forget. They were saying things in between. They were saying things between.
So Hadley,
great commentary.
Hadley and her team did a great job.
They did. It was such a great performance.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to plug it. There's 2 more performances tomorrow, Saturday. There's a 10 a.m. SLT and a 6 p.m. SLT. I will be at both. I cannot vouch for Tour. But Tour...
I'm going to try to be at one of them.
Probably the morning one, right? Or maybe not, because morning... You can see,
it depends.
Depends on what's going on in your first life.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
If you want a Blanche sighting, come to the LLP show. I will be posting the details in the description of the video because the goal is to have this video posted tonight. So if anybody's watching it early, you'll be like, oh, I'm going to go to the LLP show at 10 a.m.
And come dressed for a G region.
Right. And actually, no bits, please. You're going to get ejected. But that's mostly Mama LaLa's problem because she likes to wear see-through fishnet dresses and call it formal.
Yes. But I'm also just saying it to our community because, we have some people who enjoy some fun.
Yeah, and no shame in that.
No, but that's not for this.
No. So, and actually it was supposed to be like a semi-formal thing. And I didn't think about that. I was like, oh, we got to get dressed real quick so we can go make this show. Because they had performances Wednesday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. SLT. Right. And Mari could only do the 6 p.m. So we went over to the 6 p.m. And it was pretty well attended. I remember looking at the radar and I felt like there was like 45 avatars, not counting the kids. Because, it's like how any smart production is done where you have like a split, right? Like the performers are, you know, with the Sims and parcels or whatever. Anyway, so on the audience side, it seemed like there was about 45 avatars. So I might be mistaken, but it was in that ballpark. So so I was getting dressed real quick, and I was just, like I do, I always start in my recents and just start going down that tab. What did I recently picked up that I can wear to this thing? And then I landed on a dress by Chizu. And I'm like, I'm going to be Mrs. Claus. Done.
Perfect.
And so this is how I ended up dressing. So let me turn my interface on so I can go over all the things. Like I said, I didn't change a lot from the head on top. Because I liked what I had going on top. I took off my, obviously I couldn't bring like the naughty teddy bear whipping my ass and choking me with the lights. Obviously was not going to wear that to a child's production. So I took off the tarred fish, but left on it was the hair by Stealthic called Grasp. I left on my E. Marie glasses because I'm in love with these, and you're going to be hard pressed to find me not wearing these this whole December, the rest of December.
They are perfect.
And I could change the lights because they weren't this color before, so I went with the traditional green and red. Didn't take off my E. Marie because in love my E. Marie earrings. And then I found the opportunity. I put on my Alt 3 Snowflake Shine.
Yes, you did.
Frosted Shine. So face and body. I have that on. Loving it. I still can't. Again, these Esmeralda rings by Michon. Again, going to be hard pressed to get me out of these two. And then the dress is by Chizu. And it is called Mary Dress in red. The only thing that could be improved is make it for waifu, because I had to take my waifus off to wear it. So, and then I've got my red stockings on, or tights by Alusha, and then the Junie version 2 boots by Equal. Junie version 2, yeah. Because it's got that fun kind of boot-like look to it. And I think I covered it. And the headband is still by Dottie's Secret. It was a gacha that you gifted me last time, which I still was happy with it, wanting to keep it as my crown. Although I'll have to replace it with my panic, and that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother thing that we need to talk about after we go over style.
Okay.
So, and I think that covers me. I think that's it for me. So I'll hand it over to you. What are you wearing?
Very well. Well, I of course had to match this Mrs. Claus sort of
Of
look.
Course.
So I found this outfit by Forest Fantasy Store.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I didn't actually have anything ready in my inventory, so I kind of was digging around. So this is called the Father Claus set, and it actually comes with other parts. It actually comes with like a whole brow set and glasses and a hat and the sack, which is in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And has the ability to do some texture changes, though I liked the textures right out of the box on it. I'm only wearing the outfit bit because I thought that I had the other bits down pretty well.
Yep.
You know, I'm still feeling this wings 0815 hair. I'm still feeling my load head accessory, which I'm enjoying that over the traditional like Santa hat thing. I just think this is fun. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's got a little bit of that druidic sort of vibe, I guess.
It does. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. I've still got my contraption Pravokutan spectacles on, and the magnificent Quad Aces beard. And besides that, I actually do have the Alt 3 snowy or frosty blush.
I love it.
On.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's very subtle, and I love it.
Yep. It looks great.
So, yep, that is me.
Yep. So styling aside then it's like first life, chit chat, and news, right? So one of the first things I want to talk about is panic. Because... Panicu? So, we had our big reaction to panic. Tristan Mills. And then Tristan started responding in DMs, and Tristan made a comment on the video. Discord DMs, right? And then he started answering our well, I don't say our, but mostly my pressing question, like, how do you say it? Because tour is panique, I'm panic, and then he said that it was initially really intended as panic, but then I feel like Tristan likes the panique because it gives it a fancy feel. But then he said it was meant like panic, but with the beginning of the uwu. Yeah. So I'm like, panicu? Panicu? And so then I told Tristan that's what I was going to call it. It was panicu.
I think it might be like a panicu.
Panicu? Panicu?
I still like
Q.
I'm going to stick with that.
You like what? Panique?
I'm going to stick with panique because Tristan did say to pronounce it how you feel.
That's right.
He is very open about that, which I appreciate, because if he did have a preference, we would do our best to respect that.
And I want to say he's probably the first creator that has clarified the name and then said, I leave it up to you. Right?
Yes,
We've had others like, Alusha, we used to say wrong. Lagum, is not Lagum, it's Lagum, I think, if I remember right. Logum, right. Yeah. Which means a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Swedish, right?
Gosh.
See, now we're digging back in the archives, but yeah. So we've gotten some corrections.
Swedish, yes.
Yeah, so we've gotten some clarification on names, and then we like,
which we love.
We do. So that's like I told Tristan. It's just going to be panicu.
Yep.
So,
or if it's me, it's going to be panique, because I think it does sound kind of fancy.
And as much as I like, the uwu thing is just not me, but it's funny to me. Yeah. So it's like panicu. Panicu. Like, it makes me want to be like, cute little girl, panicu.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Tristan's going to be falling over laughing, I'm sure. So yeah, panic was great to have that conversation and make those connections with Tristan. So, and even Tristan was saying he needs to be in FLF more often so he can get more Blanche commentary. But
which I fully agree with. Yes. More panique in the FLF.
Panicu. So
people need to get their hands on more panique stuff.
Yes, they
and
do.
Decorate with it and wear it, and yes.
So then, in other news, if I get my internet actually make sure my internet window is tabbed on the right thing, because I tend to leave it tabbed on the wrong thing. Okay, it's tabbed on the right thing. Okay, so getting into featured news, there's a whole nother posting on highlights from the Second Life Destination Guide, dated 12/19, and it has pictures from a callus. That sounds wrong saying it that way, because I think callus, like, it's like negative callus, but it's not. Callus?
Right. Callus?
Yeah. A Callus Christmas. Then there's the Christmas Love Valley, and that's part of me feels like that's where we should have been if we're Santa and Mrs. Claus. Christmas Love Valley, but we came to, well, you went to go check out Snowbird, because
Snowbird is beautiful, but it also felt like more of a rental sort of place, which wasn't really what I wanted to showcase necessarily.
And then you were checking that out, and then there was Where Our Journey Begins, which sounded cool, but what caught my eye was Luann's World?
Luann's World. Le Monde Perdu.
Le Monde Perdu. And then when it says enter a magical place, sold. Magical, we're done.
Magic.
And so I came over here and was walking around, and you're like, yeah, show me where you're at. And then this is just where I happened to stop, because there was a little house after the pathway. And then you're like, this is great, and you start positioning for picture, and I'm like, but this is just where I stopped. And
but it's beautiful.
So then there's more Winter Magic and Missing Melody, Toy Maker's Isle, A Christmas at Wandering New York, which sounded interesting to me, as you know, my family's from New York. Maybe Tomorrow, and Seasons Change at Blissful Dreams, Winter Wonderland, and then of course the Hop and Shop. And I was like, we are not gonna start at the Hop and Shop.
No.
I was like, yeah, good plug there, Second Life, but no, we are not going to Hop and Shop. So yeah, so that's the destination guide. And then where you and I were spending a little time prepping was the next one, which was the 2023 Second Life year in review and what to expect in 2024. And one of our initial pieces of feedback, I guess, was they have this nice little like thing at the top, like this image, right? 2023 Second Life year in review. And then it's like Second Life mobile. And then it goes 2024. And I'm like, really? That's the only thing? Is the year in review is just Second Life mobile? So,
yeah, this could have been organized a little better because the year in review is actually like halfway down the page.
It is. Like they go in talking about 22. I feel like there was like a formatting error here or something.
Yeah.
Because they start talking about 2023.
I mean, I know people like seeing the next year roadmap, and
yeah.
The other thing for me was like the title of it. Suggests that the first part is going to be the year in review. Yeah. And then it has the big banner year in review.
Yeah.
And then
it was
like
just
two
like
sentences.
Mobile next. I'm like, oh, that's the thing, huh?
Yeah.
So who posted this? Posted by Linden Lab. Okay, well, I would improve as a
Linden
teacher.
Lab.
As a teacher, the flow could be improved. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Okay, so they go into
B
20.
minus.
What? What'd you say?
B minus.
B minus. Good content, but you have to work on your flow. Trust me, I've been critiqued plenty. This feedback is... I know all about flow, too, because that's what I get critiqued on quite a bit. So trust me, I know. Okay, 2024 roadmap. So what else can you expect about the coming year? More mobile. Like, you just got done telling me about mobile, and it's like, mobile. I was like, yeah, I know.
They're really excited about it, though. And
yeah. And I'm excited about it, too. And because, you know, I haven't been in it in a few days because I've been super busy at work and super tired at home. And then when I'm not super tired, then I'm like filling out Christmas cards for like staff and stuff at my school. So, so I haven't been in the mobile viewer as much as I have wanted to in the last few days. But where they're collecting feedback is on this one website, which is actually kind of given me a little bit of that interaction I was craving when I mentioned before. Because you can see the residents' names and you can see what they're commenting on, and then it's still, you know, like a message board. It's not like live chatting or anything, but you can see what people are reporting, and I've weighed in on some of the stuff that others have reported, and then you can vote on things. So you can like upvote, you know, like, yes, fix this is a priority. And so you can see things happening where, you know, Linden Lab will then post and be like, acknowledged, working on it, or it's like on the list for consideration. I haven't seen them decline anything yet.
That's especially helpful because, like, if you notice something and are going to report it, but you could be able to tell if it's already been reported. Yeah. And, you know,
like, why waste time?
Yeah. Then you're like, okay, that's already, they're already on it.
That's why I just post on others, right? I like, why do it again? Somebody already called this out. So I may like add to it a little bit, like, there's that, and right, or just like echo it, like, yep, I experienced exactly that, and it would be great if ... right?
Yep.
So so that's been nice. So I look forward to getting back in there and messing around. Like, this break, because now I'm on a 2-week break, I'm telling my friends list again, I will be messaging you and I will be like, I'm mobile. Teleport me.
Wobbly Senra avatar.
That's right. And let me try to sit on your stuff. Because other people reported the sitting too. So it's not me. I'm not like inept at the long press and hold to get the menu and then sit.
You feel the need to defend yourself here.
I do. Because it seems like the dumbest thing. Like, LaLa can't sit her avatar in the mobile viewer. Not hard to sit.
It's still an alpha.
It is. But I felt justified that other people were having the sit problem. Trust me, I weighed in on that one too.
Good.
So, another popular one has been the joystick sensitivity. Like you can't, it's hard. Like my avatar will break out into a run just because my thumb kind of slipped a little bit. Now she's sprinting across. I was like, no, I was walking and now I want to stay walking. I don't want to be running. And then I had even brought up something about giving the option to put the joystick where you want it. So like right now, it's on the left side, like left bottom of the screen, right? And on this website, they're showing the mobile alpha or the mobile viewer on a phone. I actually use it on my iPad. I can't imagine using this on a phone. So to me, I am not interested in using it on a phone. I want to use it on an iPad or tablet. So so that little joystick is always, well, it fades away when you're not using it, but you tap it and your joystick shows up in the lower left, and it's awkward for me. Like, you know, if you think about, I mean, I'm not left-handed, and now I should probably feel for those who are, because they get to deal with this even with mice, right, on their computers, and or how the buttons, you know, left mouse button, right mouse button, and all that stuff. But I'm used to controlling. I just kind of want it to be a right-hand thing, or give me the choice. Like, I want my joystick over here, or maybe I want my joystick on the upper corner. Like, give us a choice on where to put the joystick. And that's being discussed now too, which is kind of cool. So
that's a necessary accessibility thing, really.
Yeah, because there could be lots of reason why you can't use your left hand.
Yeah, it seems like they should have an option for if you actually want to toggle for running or not. Like point in a direction full throttle, but if run mode is not on, you move at walking speed, you know.
It's easy to slip into a run because, like I said, as you're using your thumb, or for me it's my thumb, just the way it's positioned on that little like circle thing, it's easy for your thumb to slip, and now you're pushing it harder than you wanted or thought, like,
right,
and it's suddenly you're running and you don't want to be. So it's interesting. But so continuing on about this year roadmap, actually this is not the roadmap, this is the roadmap, not the year in review
roadmap.
So then they started talking about AI and other innovations.
Yes.
And they made a comment here about
AI will include experimental use of smart AI-driven chatbots to help greet, educate, and mentor newcomers.
Yeah, but I think the thing that stood out to me is that they also know that AI can be a polarizing topic, and there are many sensitivities on how and if we should explore AI integration at all. And I think where I've seen it be polar, I mean, I come at this from an educator perspective, and I know a lot of educators are worried about AI, but at the same time, a lot of the educators I listen to, like on podcasts and stuff, it's all really about embracing it and how are you going to harness it, and how are you going to teach with it, how are you going to teach your students about it, and all that stuff. So there's, I feel like largely, at least the educators I listen to are embracing it. But where I hear, at least from my own reading, a lot of the polarizing bits is for people who create, right? Whether you're a writer or you're an artist or you're a musician, because you can do, use AI with music as well. That's where it really gets into things.
When it's pulling people's like copyrighted materials and stuff and just, replicating their style or incorporating their creations into its, generations. Yeah, that is an ethical, certainly at least gray area, if not, and it still is being explored legally. But in this case, like providing chatbot to help do mentoring, that's material, that's basically building a limited language model based on Second Life's own writing, like their own help files and their own FAQs and stuff.
But where my mind went with that first is that Second Life has actual mentors. They have residents who are mentors.
They do.
So to me, I'm like, mentors are going to lose their job. Not that these are paid at all. They're volunteer positions. But, it's like, maybe some people would prefer to talk to a chatbot. But I know there's a very large community of Second Life mentors, because I think they even had their own party.
And I think there still will be a place for that because, you, as smart as you can make a language model, it can't, everything it's going to say is going to be derivative, and it can't adapt to like new information. So like if someone is trying to ask, hey, where's a good place to meet people, it will have whatever recommendations were programmed into it basically at the time it was created. And things change, whatever's happening right now, a mentor might be able to actually say.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to be exploring it, and I'll be curious to see how AI comes to SL, if at all. I'm sure it will in some capacity.
I mean, it already is in some capacity, just not in an official capacity.
And what do you mean by that?
There's, there are already bots and things that leverage AI in the way that they talk and such and interact.
Yeah. And I was just looking behind me because the audience may or may not hear puppy sounds behind me.
Puppy,
because we have a new puppy in our lives.
New Christmas puppy.
Yeah, and he's awake again. And he was napping, and he gets real yappy.
Yeah.
And it's a little past food time, so I'm going to keep our introduction moving because we tend to take a while. But the other thing was the PBR materials is mentioned.
Right.
And
we need to do a recording of this on our break.
We will do this. Yes. Good. But I don't know if you can hear him. He's starting up.
I can.
He's starting the winding machine.
It's adorable.
He's like, I'm done napping. It's time for food. But we'll see if I don't know if I can be able to get through the rest without fading in a minute to help him. But let's try and get through this, at least this page. So the PBR materials that was introduced, and then it says, I guess the comment they're making here is looking forward to it being in the third-party viewers. So that's like Firestorm.
Right. Which Firestorm has already been experimenting. They have an alpha PBR viewer. And I reckon that Black Dragon is probably also going that route.
I love when you reckon, right?
Yeah.
It's so southern, so south.
I imagine the others like Catsnip and stuff are also doing it. So that'll be good.
Yep. Then they tease us about something spicy, and I'm like, ooh. So, it's because the Second Life is turning 21.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
It's turning legal.
It was legal at 18.
True, it was legal at 18.
But now at 21, this next milestone in life, they want to celebrate by turning their attention to the spicier side of Second Life. Guess what? I am well aware of the spicy side of Second Life. Trust me.
Yep.
Anyone who knows our story knows that. So it's like, okay, Second Life, or I should say Linden Labs, welcome to the spicy side. It's been here all along.
Yes, it has.
So, but I like their sexy comments, the tease, right? We'll be taking the sheets off this mystery initiative and sharing more bedroom secrets soon. I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna toss out the prediction that I have, because I was trying to think of what could Linden Lab implement as a system, as a structure, as a platform that would be of interest to the spicier side of Second Life. Because they can't just build a club, and there's not much more that they can implement that would allow people to create sexy things. We already can do all kinds of stuff with that. But what I think is that they're going to enable love sense stuff in some capacity, or, and this is something I just came up with as I'm saying this, they might be actually considering bringing RLV to vanilla viewing. That's another possibility.
I would venture to guess that you would be right on that assumption, because in the mobile testing, the request for RLV was made. and the Lindens approved it.
Approved it?
Yes.
Interesting. Because we did look into that, and it has not been in the vanilla view.
Right.
So if they're actually looking at that, now that will mean that it's going to A, be standardized, and probably B, so here's where I don't know where they're going to go with it. But like, if they implement it, it's going to be bolted down to their specification to some degree.
Of course.
They're
You got to
probably
play
gonna
by
have
the
to talk
Lindens rules.
But what I don't know is if they're going to require some changes in the interactions, or if they're going to maintain how things are for backwards compatibility with everything. Because if they implement it, so for people who don't know, RLV pretty much operates in a lot of it operates off owner say, which is a terrible way to actually interface with things, but I get it. It's a way that you can hook it and listen for commands and interact with them in a way that only you will receive, which is what you want. But it, like LL owner say, was never a protocol that was intended to be used that way. So, you know, if they are implementing it, they might build another command to actually facilitate communicating with RLV. I don't know. That would be fantastic. That would be a huge win for everyone involved, except it would require going back and changing a bunch of scripts. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what that is.
I enjoy listening to the wheels turn in your head. And I swear this puppy was going to take another nap, but he's not. So
oh, no.
let's keep talking about this page. Yeah. So improving the new user experience. So
yes.
It seems like they're always working on that, which I appreciate because, you know, I think you're even between the two of us, right? Because you were in SL, what, 2 or 3 years before me?
Yeah. So this is actually a question that I have, especially looking at this. So one thing we didn't cover, we covered what our avatars kind of looked like, what we started as.
Okay.
I'm curious, when you logged in, where did you land? Where did it put you?
It dropped me in a foreign language sim that I want to say was, I can't remember what language, but part of me wants to say it was Portuguese, which is oddly fitting since I know now from 23andMe that I'm 74% Portuguese. Although I completely am Puerto Rican, that's given. So, but it was just like, how many percent, what were all the different percents that made up what kind of Puerto Rican I am? And I'm a mostly Portuguese Puerto Rican. So, but I do have my indigenous, I do have African, right? So those are the pieces that make up Puerto Rican. So, well, not just Portuguese, right? It's some European, right? My European happens to be Portuguese. So I remember I was girl next door, and I sign on, and I literally, this was 2007. Okay. So, and you know how your memory gets as things move on. Oh, yeah. And in my head, I see my girl next door avatar falling from the sky. That's like, you're born and you drop, the avatar's dropping to the sim level. And then I'm like, that awkward fall that the non-AO avatars do, right? You fall to the ground and you dust yourself off. And then all around me are girls and boys next door. And they're all wobble running, like, where are we? What are we doing? How do we get out of here? And then I remember, people were talking in a different language, and maybe that's what it was, right? That there's all kinds of languages, and everybody's like, how do we do this? And so I remember just a lot of different, a lot of not English. And so then it became, I remember there was a mobilization of English speaking girls next door. Like, come on, girls, we're going to figure out how to get out of here. And we all wobble ran together, and we're wobble running to just run. Let's escape. Run. And then as we're running in one direction, we're like, oh, we lost a girl. Oh, we lost another girl. And then by the time it was I was down to 2 or 3 girls. And I was like, I had a whole mob of bitches with me. Where did they go?
They didn't all make it.
They didn't.
They didn't all survive the run.
They didn't. We ran from some central location to the outskirts of Borderland. I don't know. I mean, it was just like your standard kind of looking Linden, like mainland, right? I don't know where we were. There were no roads. Yeah. I remember there were like, it was like a building, and honestly, it must have been like the earlier stages of some kind of welcome center, right? Yeah. But there was no obstacle course. Like, here's a sign that teaches you how to move. Here's the sign that says, now fly over this. Here's the sign that says, alt-click to do this, right? None of that. No signs. And so I'm just looking at what I have, and this is the SL Viewer back in 2007, and I'm like, okay, I figured out how to fly. And then I'm like, this is the key. I'm going to fly. Obviously, running didn't work. So I'm going to fly. I'm like, see you later, bitches. I'm out. I got this. I'm on my own. So I start flying, and I fly and fly and fly, and I get tired, right? And I'm like, there is nothing. I'm just flying. It's just a bunch of Linden sky. And I'm like, I am not getting anywhere. I would fly and then land, and I was like, I feel like I'm in the same place. I don't know if I was hitting the edge of the sim. I don't even remember. And so then I was like, okay, flying's not it. So then I'm all alone because I've abandoned all the other girls next door, or the 2 or 3 that were still with me. And now I'm alone. And I'm like, okay. Then I get out the Second Life book that I had gotten. I would think it's the one that Wagner, whatever his last name is, he wrote it. Yeah. There was like a handbook. This is like, this is the kind of person I am, right? If I'm going to learn something, I got to have the book. I have the book that goes with it. So the Second Life manual that Wagner wrote. And I'm like, well, it just kind of talks to me about the features. I think there was something in there about like movement and inventory and stuff like that. But what ended up happening is on the viewer, even in Firestorm, right, there's the little magnifying glass. And that's like the universal sign.
Right. Yep.
So I used the little magnifying glass. And that was the key. So then I'm like, okay, magnifying glass. Okay, what can I search for? So I'm like, why am I here? I'm here because of the Discovery Educator Network. So I type in Discovery Educator Network, and the group comes up. Oh. And then I'm like, okay, group. I open the group. And then it's group chat, basically, right? So I'm like...
Which is perfect. Yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, hello, I'm new. Can someone help me? And then I will never forget, it was Chloe Greenwood, if I remember, or similar to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. And so I have to look her up. I have to look back, but I know I want to say it was Chloe Greenwood or something to that. I know the name. I'll have to look it on my original avatar. Yeah. And she responded, and she's like, here, I'll help you. And she teleported me out of wherever the fuck I was. And then she taught me how to use Second Life.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So I had basically a mentor. She's like, this is how you move. She added me to the group. For the longest time, I didn't know how to change my tag. I was like, oh, now I have this over my head all the time. I don't want this over my head. But by then, she was gone.
The number of people who just ended up accidentally creating a group and got the word owner above their head. And
yeah, no, that wasn't me.
That cracked me up.
No, my first group was Discovery Educator Network.
Yeah.
And then she brought me to the Den headquarters, and I hung out there for a little while, meeting other educators, asking them questions, and basically just ended up with a bunch of mentors teaching me, oh, here you go shop. Here's a good place to dance. If anybody remembers Fat Cat Jazz Club. I was a hostess there at one point, and I had the ball gowns and all that. So, those educators were the ones that basically ultimately became my Second Life mentors. There were no mentors where I was when I fell from the sky as the latest girl next door. No mentors. Right. So it took me, I want to say I was probably at it. I was really focused on this. I didn't give up for, I want to say it was like hours. But once I got that teleport out and got the help, then it just opened up everything else. And I've never looked back since. So there's my exciting story. How about yours?
Mine, I joined in a very awkward time for SL. So, I joined right as they were deprecating telehubs and turning them into info hubs. So everything was a shit show. Nobody, like, the few people that had been using it for a few years were all, like, their information was already obsolete.
Okay, let me interrupt you and ask you a question, which might be a dumb question. But what's the difference between an info hub and a telehub?
Okay, so...
Like, this seems very pre-2007 to me.
Yeah, so...
But I've heard these words. I don't ever spend any time thinking about them because they seem irrelevant to me, but go ahead.
Right, so we think of navigating SL as we just pop open a map, we type in a slurl, we go wherever we want.
Wait, you had to go to a location to teleport?
I don't think you had to, but it was very clunky to do it any other way. So the telehubs allowed you to teleport between other telehubs. So they would be like, kind of central-ish locations that were intended to be, jumping between.
So how did you use telehubs? Did you have to like go through a portal or something?
You walked up to it and you touched it.
Oh. And how did you know to do this? Were there any mentors or signs?
Well, so again, when I joined, they had just shut down the telehub system.
Okay.
And replaced it with
info hubs.
And
what is that?
Info hubs were what we now think of as the community. Well, they've actually repurposed info hubs, but now it's like, you've got I guess at the time it was called Prelude, but then it became the Orientation Islands, and now they have a whole bunch of new community hubs and centers.
Well,
and things.
Let me interrupt you again. So
yeah.
I know the word info hub, and in my head, info hub means the place I go to when my sim crashes and it kicks my avatar out.
Yep.
And then a whole bunch of people are standing there, just like all the AFK avatars and me and people.
And new avatars.
Yeah, and it's just like a hodgepodge of avatars.
Yes. So it's places where you will default to logging in if regions are down. They're high priority regions, basically.
Okay.
Yep, they're landing points that are intended to be where a community hub is. And they hadn't quite built up any of the actual info part of the info hub. Or
it's
just
it was
a
hub.
It was very, very rudimentary. And so I got in, and it was a mix of other Ruths, but also kind of abominations.
What?
Okay, so you have to think. People log into SL with very little information. And about the only thing that we see that we can do is hit edit appearance. And the only thing we can edit is just messing with sliders. And people having no idea how to actually edit their appearance and only being able to edit the Ruth shape. Yes, there were abominations. Yeah.
I can imagine that was a lot of nightmare fuel.
Yeah. So it was that. Yeah. So I figured out I could fly. I don't know how I figured that out.
There's a button.
I pushed a button. And I was flying, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go that direction for a while.
That's what I did.
I just kind of flew for a while.
Yeah.
And then found a parcel that I thought looked interesting. That was on mainland. That was for sale, because I knew I wanted to build a property. I knew that was a thing that I wanted to do.
How did you know that already when you first got to SL?
I joined SL because I heard about it because of the Anshi Chung craze that was... She started, love her or hate her, she brought a lot of attention to Second Life. And, when that friend that I mentioned talked me into joining Second Life, that was about the only thing that I knew about it. So I was like, okay, well, I know you can have land in it, and I know you can build things on that land, and that sounds kind of neat. So that's what I want to do if I'm going to be here.
Mm-hmm. So you found a parcel that you could buy, and you bought it?
Yes.
So how did you figure the buying part out?
That took a while. It took a few hours to figure out how to do that.
Mm-hmm. And is this is where your club first existed?
Eventually.
Do you still have this land?
No.
Why do you say it like that?
We could go visit it.
Did you sell it or abandon it or what?
Yeah, I sold it when I moved to a full region for the club. Because we outgrew it after a while. As charming as it was to occasionally have clouds drifting through, because our parcel happened to be at an elevation where clouds would come through. Because did that happen when you were in SL still? Did you have clouds at actual like cloud fog stuff that actually just rolled through?
I do not recall, honestly.
Because they didn't have clouds like environment clouds. They were actual like particle effects fog that just would render at a certain elevation and move. And our parcel was at that elevation, and it was kind of amusing for a while, but it outlived its welcome.
I don't remember stuff like that, and I lived at a penthouse at one point that was owned by that pimp who was my landlord.
Yeah.
I don't remember any fog rolling through, and it was a pretty tall apartment building.
Yeah.
So maybe they did away with it in 2007, 2008.
It was not very well loved, so it was probably. Oh yeah, you got wind lights in 2007, so they would have gotten rid of it by then. Yep.
Even when I was flying around as Girl Next Door, I don't remember flying into any clouds.
Yeah. So they probably got rid of it in 2007. So, but anyway, that was me. I did have to kind of figure out everything myself because I didn't have a nice group to join. But I did figure it out.
I would think you and everyone else who knows me should probably appreciate the fact that I found Discovery Educator Network, because I don't know what I would have done had I not. I probably would have just given up and put it away.
Probably. And it historically, in its earlier days, SL was very easy to bounce off of for exactly these reasons. It was extremely unfriendly to a new user.
Yeah.
If you weren't committed to figuring it out for some reason, there was no reason to stick around, and certainly no reason to spend money on it.
Yeah.
And we have since created new avatars and seen the new orientation system and stuff, and the new groups that it auto joins you to get help and stuff. Fantastic improvements, just way better.
And it's interesting having said that, to see that they are constantly improving the new user experience.
Yes,
because that's still another thing. So it's going to be, that's like it says, vital. Improving the first time experience for newcomers continues to be a top priority.
And it is vital for retention.
Yeah. I mean, they're putting their energy in the right place, because not many of us from, the inception of Second Life into those early years, like where we're from, lasted. It's really unusual to see an avatar that's 16, 17 years old, because most of them gave up or got bored or moved on to other things. But I would like to think a lot of them probably just gave up.
And it's going to be even more critical if they release this mobile viewer. They are going to tap into a new pool of users. And those users are going to have an even harder time interfacing with it because of the limitations of mobile. So it's even more important that they nail down that user experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we so much for a short intro. I think our new average is going to be like hour-long intro, and then let's go shopping.
Yeah,
but
we're just gonna...
we still haven't touched on the 2023 highlights. So there was improved performance and viewer enhancements. So they're making comment to the PBR again, the inventory item preview and single folder view. Now, remind me, is that just in the vanilla or is that in Firestorm too?
It has been implemented in Firestorm as well. I have been using it. I find it fantastic.
Was that on the latest release that I didn't do well?
Yes, but we haven't tried you updating again because they did do a critical hotfix.
Yeah, because I was part of the 2 FPS sufferers group. So I rolled it back.
That was not ideal.
Yeah, no. And then there was additionally updates to Marketplace Search. How so? It's linked. I'll have to read that later. I'm like, how did you update that? Because I feel like the Marketplace is still the same. But I'll read that later. I don't know. Improvements to the destination guide to help our community find the items and places that matter most to them. It says we also took steps in Second Life to make it more secure with the multi-factor authentication, which is always a good idea.
Yes.
Then going on, improving the land and home experience. And so buying and managing land got easier as they debuted an all-new Linden home store, which I have not seen. Because the last time I tried to get a home, I got a trailer in a trailer park. And
I also have not looked at the home store.
I'll have to check that out because, you know, we have Stratagem and, you know, we have our parcel in Unity and you have your Linden space somewhere. And I forget if you even use it or for anything.
I don't use it, but I still have it and we should visit it sometime.
Yeah. And recently I logged my Senra self, my mobile self, into my trailer park. So now Senra LaLa hangs out at the trailer park.
Nice.
And it's nice because, you know, it's Linden land, right? And it actually renders with no blue boxes. Unless I go into my trailer. Maybe some of the things in there will be blue boxes.
Right.
But generally it looks just fine. So it's actually kind of nice to hang out there because it's Linden land and, you know, it's fun to run around there. Yeah. And then let's see. It says they made additional improvements to estate options. I feel like we talked about this one before, but I don't remember what it was. Because you're an estate person.
Yeah. So that was where they. I don't remember either.
That's
I know we did go over
click the link. And then scripted agent estate access to improve the landowning experience. That was all about the Bonnie bots, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then simplified avatar customization. Let's see. And so the Senra avatars, which they're fine. They're fine. They're not like what I want to look like all the time. But for new users, they're definitely an improvement over Ruth and the girl next door.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then it goes on to touch on the community highlight celebrating 20 years, which I was so excited to get to DJ for the 20th birthday.
Yes.
So hopefully
that was so fun.
Hopefully I'll get another opportunity for the 21st.
Oh yeah.
And then let's see. So they had, they got media coverage. I'll have to look at this. There's links to the media coverage they got in the Atlantic, the Guardian, and Bloomberg. I didn't know about that. So they acknowledged their milestone. So they got some media coverage for that.
Fantastic.
And then eagle-eyed viewers of the popular Apple Plus program, The Morning Show, may also have noticed a certain Linden executive cameo in a pivotal scene that prominently featured Second Life in the season finale. What? I was watching that show and then I got tired of it. And there was a Second Life feature in there?
Apparently you missed out on...
What? It was in the season finale. I'm just going to jump to that. And we're going to watch... Oh, someone's in the house again behind us.
That's okay.
Hopefully don't push. Thank you.
No, they're just walking by.
All right. So I'll have to check that out. And then prominent coverage.
You should share that with me when you do get to watch it.
Okay. Maybe we'll watch it together.
Yeah, I've never watched that show.
No, I was watching it for a time, and then I just got tired of it. So I'll have to find it. In which I don't know if it was the first season or not, because I know there's multiple seasons of it now. If it was in the season, which season though? I have to check. Anyway, season finale, but I'll look there. And then it also talked about that they got coverage in Billboard as well because of the Motown thing.
Oh yeah, the Motown thing is awesome.
Yeah. Have you been?
I have.
Oh.
Not during one of their events. I just went to look
go
at the
see?
place. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have to.
I think it's so cool that Motown is tapping into, this as a place to have a presence.
Mm-hmm. So then it goes over some like what was hot in 2023, and these are amusing to me. So top Linden home theme. I'm like, where's Trailer Park on this list? It's not. I'm
Clearly
like
the best option.
Yes. So houseboat, log home, traditional Victorian, and stilt over land. I'm like, what? What? Huh. I thought the option was Trailer Park, maybe Victorian, because I remember that one, and like, I don't know, like regular residential. Like, I didn't realize there was one.
I think that's what traditional
probably. So I thought the choices were traditional, Victorian, or Trailer Park. At least that's what I got when it came time to pick for me.
Yeah. Well, so everyone already took all the house beds.
That's, that happens, right? That's all that's left.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fine. I'll take a trailer park. I love my trailer.
Yes, you do.
And I am very happy that Senra LaLa gets to hang out there. We did a great job, like filling it to the maximum limit. Every prim used, because I am a prim whore. I always have been. So then the top last names released in 2023, and the fact that waifu is 4 and not 1 is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I know so many waifus, Zipper being one of my favorites, or actually the favorite waifu, even though she's femme daddy, right? But lately her name, as she stuck with it, is Glitter Waifu. So it's either the daddy last name or the waifu last name. So to see waifu 4th is surprising to me. And what's funny is that Mandy, my little sister, her last name is Spicy, which is accurate for her. And so those two jump out at me, but I'm like, Blossom, really? That seems very vanilla. Like, I expected a waifu to be number 1. Most visited regions.
I was curious, so I had to check. And I have, in my friend list, I have a Nightingale, I have a Spicy, and I have a waifu, but I don't have a Blossom or Shadow.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was just curious.
I have to check my friends list. I'll have to update that when we circle back. Most visited regions, Lelutka, not a surprise. Firestorm orientation, well, yeah, if you're just starting up. Rapture, I don't know that one. Velour, of course, and Adventure Island. So
I don't know Adventure Island or
neither do I. Nope. We might have to visit these places.
We might have to visit them, yeah.
Top destination.
Contribute to the statistics.
That's right. Top destination guide categories: photogenic spots, which makes sense.
Woo.
Fashion, which makes sense. Like, okay, so that to me is like, you're Mr. Photogenic and I'm Miss Fashion.
That's
so
true.
It makes sense. Role-playing communities, yes.
Yep.
Shopping events, of course. I expected actually that one to be higher. And then winter attractions, but that's where we are right now, so not surprised that would pop up. Then they do a little review or most watched YouTube videos. First look, the 20 SLB update, how to create PBR materials, how to create your starter avatar, and Made in Second Life the movie. And I think I watched that. That was the one by Dragster.
Oh, yeah. That was really good.
And then most popular Facebook posts. So inventory item preview and single folder view. Second Life pick of the day by McGregor. So a very specific one. I'll have to look at that one. 20 SLB official guide and magazine, which was good. Introducing the new Linden home store, which is apparently a post I missed because I was oblivious. And Friday the 13th haunted destinations. Now, I have to say, it's not surprising to me that I would miss Facebook posts because I don't usually interact much with Facebook on my First Life Facebook. And I recently tried to make a Second Life Facebook again and succeeded. Now, the last time they shut me down, I tried to make it for this avatar. I got shut down within the first 5 minutes. Right. So, and I've been irritated that people go on and on about Second Life Facebook, and I can't participate. I have not participated in Second Life Facebook for, I want to say, easily 10 years. Because my modeling avatar had one, and then Facebook did like that big sweep and shut a bunch of accounts down. And then that was it. And anytime I tried to set up one, it's no. But I'm not going to interact. I like my anonymity. Only people, super close to me know.
Yeah.
And that's for me to control. So I felt like I was being forced to use my First Life account to interact with Second Life things. And I was like, no, I want my Second Life persona to have a Facebook page, account, not a page. Because while pages in Facebook have gotten to be a little better and not as limiting, they still don't function like a Facebook account does. And so it's been really nice to have that accessibility again. And I was trying to build up my friends list again. So I'm going to actually link my Second Life Facebook. So if people want to be my friend, just look me up, or you just look up Growing.desire and there I am. Yes. So, and hopefully no haters are watching and like reporting fake, shut it down. Don't do that. I'll be mad. And then at the bottom of the post is happy holidays from Second Life. So they wish everybody a happy new year and happy holidays. And then we think this picture is, I'm trying to open it bigger, but it's not going to get much bigger on my screen, is like the Lindens and maybe the moles because of the smaller avatars, but hard to tell.
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah.
And we love them all.
Yeah. So as I look over my shoulder, Puppy's still asleep, so I say let's keep on here.
Okay.
The next tab I have is Seraphim. Are we ready to talk about why we're here an hour in?
Oh my. Yes.
Yes. So here's the Seraphim website. We are at 50 Linden Fridays. It's Friday. It's time to do it. So
it's Friday.
The title is "It's the Festive Life Forever with 50 Linden Fridays."
Okay, that's actually kind of a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
it is. And then it looks like only one designer might have been MIA at posting, which was 423.
Okay. And we have 4 sponsors.
Who are they?
We have Equal.
Okay.
Pure Poison.
Mm-hmm.
Stealthic.
Ooh.
And Sways.
Okay. Taking a little peek at the pictures, the Polaroids.
A little peeky peek.
Mm-hmm. Sneaky peeky peek.
Very good.
Yeah. So, and I think the list looks like it might be a little shorter. You were commenting earlier.
Yeah, it looks like a shorter list.
So maybe we'll have an hour intro and then we have an hour of FLF.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So, any other comments then before we get going?
None from me.
All right. Well, let's do this.
Okay.
All right, tour. We had to take a small pause while I fed the puppy, and puppy has been fed and now wants to be freed, and that's not going to happen. So we're going to hear some crying for a little bit until puppy gets tired and takes another nap.
That's fine. The puppy is a welcome addition.
Yeah. So we're at Equal, and we did not orient ourselves properly because I'm like slightly behind you and I didn't even move myself. But it's fine. We look good now that my pose has changed. I think we look good. All right,
I'll turn slightly.
Well, I know better than to challenge your positioning. So it was really more about me moving to line up to you. Because we know the rule. Wherever tour stands is where we are anchored.
That's right.
And so I must submit to tour's will. So I'm tempted to camp down on the group gift, but I'm going to start with the actual featured item, which is the Neve boots.
Neve sounds correct.
Which are adorable. I love these so much.
Yeah, those look like great snowshoes.
They look like a lot of fun. So for 50 Linden, you can get the white or the black. For Saturday sale, you're either going to get let me say this again. White or black with pink and teal accents. Or for Saturday sale, you can get white with teal accents and a black with white accents. Or for happy weekends, you can get a white with red accents or a black with pink accents. Or for Goat 66, you can get white with a teal accent. Did I say teal already? I think I did. This is actually more like a teal and the other one's like a mint. Or you can get black with a red accent. Or for the 99 sale, you can get white with a black accent, or you can get black with a teal accent. Or you can just buy a fat pack and be done with it.
Yes, you can.
Which is going to be me.
Which is going to be you.
So how much does the fat pack cost?
The fat pack costs $700
okay.
for most people,
uh-huh.
but only $600 for you.
Perfect. So I'm going to pick that up. But then they also have a group gift if you're one of the equal peeps. And it's the Wally sneakers. And so they're festive, but dirty. Yeah. They've seen a few Christmases.
They've seen a few Christmases, or just one really, really busy one.
Yeah, and this fits you.
Yes, it does.
Are you in the group?
That's a good question. Let me find out. Equal. I am, actually. So
good, you should pick those up.
I will. I'll get those right now.
So I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to get the fat pack, and I think we should keep moving, because this puppy is going to continue to demand his freedom. So I know. Welcome to our new puppy.
All right,
let's keep going.
Okay.
Tour.
Yes?
Please find out where this girl's dress is from.
Okay, this is from Moon Amore. It's called the Santa's Helper Dress.
I see. I wonder if they make it in my size.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find that out while you talk about the item.
Yeah, so we're at Pure Poison. And they have a boot called Julia behind us and in front of the gal with the stylish dress. It fits Legacy Maitreya and E-Body. It comes with a lovely assortment of colors. 50 Linden, you get the boots. Then I see over here, there's Happy Weekend. They have Eva Pump. Also very classy. Like the look at that. We'll pick that up. For Wanderlust Weekend, it says Fluffy Lingerie. Okay. So I don't know if it includes the lights, but it's your little fluffy lingerie. And so Legacy Feminine, Perky Petite, Maitreya, Lara, Petite, and E-Body. So I could shove myself into a tiny fluffy lingerie. And they're having a 69 Linden sale on the marketplace from now to the 26th. So, yeah, so I'm going to pick this up. Did you find out about that dress?
They just list that it's at the Shop and Hop, but I would guess so because it is a newer item. But I can't find any confirmation about the sizes on their Flickr or anything.
Do you see this gal over here with a demo top on that's like basically tape stuck to her boobies?
Yep.
She reminds me of Coco.
Oh.
Maybe it's the big glasses, maybe because she's tall and skinny, maybe because she's in demos.
She's not smoking though.
She needs a cigarette. That would be Coco. But like this definitely like getting model flashbacks.
Demo
and this is she loved demos.
Yes.
And so yeah, just looking at that avatar is like, Coco? Is that you? It's not. Okay, well, I'm gonna pick these up. I did
get it confirmed from someone who was blogging about it. So this is a free dress by Moon Amore at the Shop and Hop.
And who does it fit?
E-Body, Legacy Maitreya.
Oh no. Am I gonna have to go to the Shop and Hop?
Yeah.
Maybe I should waddle around mobily. Although I don't think I can make purchases on my mobile self.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no Linden balance. So some of my 2 weeks of vacation time might be shop and hopping.
Okay.
So we'll see. Okay, very good. Thank you for finding that out for me. It is enticing to go do the shop and hop because of that dress.
We will have some time to.
You know, but we're quickly making plans for all of our time.
I know.
So we'll see
what we actually get to.
Exactly. We need to make that PBR one though, for sure.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Yeah.
So let's keep moving though.
Okay. Tour.
Yes.
My puppy still has not settled. I am starting to wonder how many stores will it take before this dog settles down, because it sounds like a hyena. Oh my goodness, this dog. He is 8 weeks old. Yes. He's screaming like he's been abused. And
what's his name again?
His name is Damaso.
Damaso.
Yes. And it means to tame in Portuguese, Spanish, and maybe Italian. So, yeah, we chose to name him a D name in honor of our dog who passed away from lymphoma.
Yeah.
So we were looking at G names, and Damaso stood out to the family. So yes, that's where that name came from. So we are at Stealthic. So we are at store number 2, and I hear silence, but probably not for long. And so the hairstyle today, as this chick swings into camera view and blocks it, like literally timing could not be better. Like I'm trying to push in to see what this hair is named, and this I know now because she swung back out of the way. I was about to call it out, and then she swings into frame like, "Oh, hello. Are you trying to look at this hair or me?" Not you. There she comes again. No. So they're wandering AO. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. All right. So Rift. I'm going to push in closer so I can't get. Should probably be like right up against the sign. There goes my hyena. You hear my hyena?
I do.
Oh my God, this dog. Okay. Rift is straight hair.
Yeah, it is neither fluffy nor big.
So for me, that would mean no. But it is flat enough to be under a hat.
Yes, it is.
But I still am holding out for like a curly hair that goes under a hat. Like make it flat at the top, but like curly at the bottom, so it looks like it would go under a hat.
Right. So
I feel like, and I'm not trying to be, again, I gotta battle my inner Grinch. I really do. So to me, it's a straight hair, and I'm not a fan of straight hair. So if you are, there you go. But I love Stealthic. Straight hair. I mean, I'm wearing Stealthic right now. Look at my curls. I love these curls. This is Grasp. So anyway, so basic pack for 50 and full pack is what?
So yes, basic pack is 50. You can only buy it from the vendor on the right hand side of the store. I have let them know that they need to fix the one on the left. Mm-hmm. The upgrade is 150 and the full pack is 200.
Okay. I was just enjoying some chocolate as you were reading off the prices. Okay,
and so you can get yourself also a nice like curly hair with a Santa hat for free as a Stealthic member.
Where's that? Oh yeah.
In the center here.
Do I have this one? I think I picked this one up. It's
called Incense.
I did because it's part of the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So
great.
That's that Luluka thing. So I already came by here and picked this hair up.
Brilliant.
So, okay. All right.
All right.
Are we ready to head out with our hyena?
Yes.
As people know, we're now on store 3.
We're on store number 4.
4, okay. And the puppy is still carrying on. But
yes.
I want to put out to people, because I'm not going to say in this episode, some puppy breeds I feel are more vocal than others. I would like people to guess what type of dog our puppy is. That's the fun game we're playing today. So, all right, but that's not what we're going to go on about. We are at Sways.
No. We're at Sways.
And this is your jam
Plants.
here. So
Yeah.
So what do they have for us today?
We have hedges and ferns. Hedges and ferns. Now, hedges are a fantastic building resource. Because they are kind of easier to assemble than fences. Although that doesn't always mean that they are, they can be just as prim heavy, potentially, especially if you need to fence in a lot of stuff. But they're just easier to work with. Because you can kind of clip them into each other, and they don't have to fully enclose things, and you can just kind of be a little bit more devil may care about it. I love those. The ferns also are very nice. These are both kind of set up to be wintry, so you've got a bit of snow dust on them. They probably have non-snowy versions in the, further in the store, but obviously it is the season that everything is snow-covered right now, so that's what we got from Sways.
And I was trying to spare everyone from the hyena at my house by muting my mic. Yeah. But what was amusing to me in looking at the hedge sign is 4 different paths to build a hedge, or a labyrinth maybe.
Yep. Or a labyrinth maybe.
Yeah, so that was funny. I love a little humor from Sway.
Hedge mazes.
Yeah.
Hedge mazes are interesting.
You know, I've never like done one personally because I'm just not into that. Like it's, you know, but you sound disappointed, and I hate to disappoint you, but you are much more the puzzle person than I am.
It's true. And we kind of did. It wasn't hedges, but we kind of did the equivalent of a hedge maze with the mazes that we did on Mad P's thing.
With the stairs in this.
With the hamster balls.
Hamster balls, right? You know, my role in that was follow tour. So yes, because otherwise I would be stuck in there forever. Again, if I didn't have you, I would just like log out and never come back.
Tragic.
So. So anyway, sways, 50 linden each, right? For the
50 linden each.
Hedge or the fern.
Yep.
Looks lovely. All right, Are we ready to go?
Yes, we are.
The hyena lives, but we are at Andore. We're not here for the hyena. So Andore, tell us what we have, Tour.
Okay, so for FLF, we have two options. So we have, for one, the rare LaLa Evo X ear accessory called Elfie.
Okay.
This is something we actually can wear, which I certainly appreciate. So I'm picking these up.
I will too, even though I'm not wearing my LaLa ears at the moment. But you know, I'll get to them again.
You may swing back to them.
Yeah.
It looks like they have glow. You know, customizable glow and some other things, and it works for both the cow or human ears.
Okay.
And then over here we have for the Andore ears, rather. For unisex MI Lex. I'm not sure what the MI stands for. But it's Cute Shark, and it looks like that's their gauged type ear. And I'm assuming that you get these AirPod things that you can have as well, so you have it as if you're listening to stuff. So, you know, it's an interesting offering. You can get that whole pack for $50. It is also unisex.
I think it is accurately named for Cute Shark.
It is a very
like
cute
part
shark.
of me wants this for all my baby shark moments. And even in the LLP show, they had like a Christmas shark song that they played, and I'm like, I need this song in my life.
that was so cute.
Yeah, it was like a kid's kind of version. Well, I mean, Baby Shark is a kid's song. I have to remember that, even though I've heard it in many iterations.
Yes.
So it's very cute. All right, so 50 linden for that, or 50 linden for the Elfie. All right.
Yep.
Okay, are we good to go?
We are.
Tour.
Yep.
You're shining a flashlight in my face. That can mean only one thing.
It can. It means we're at C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. We're at C'est la vie, and what does she have for us today? What?
We have these Suri tights in both darks and lights.
I love them. Slink, Maitreya, Belleza, Gen X, Legacy, Omega. So there's a pliers or system layers, which is what I tend to use anyway. Yeah. So because it doesn't say E-body on there, because that's not how, I don't know, there's no E-body. Well, I take that back. I was going to say something dumb, what's not accurate. So, but go ahead. You were going to say something smart, I'm sure.
But yeah, you occasionally need to dig out some tights, and like you've got some on right now.
That's right.
And C'est la vie makes plenty of really good options.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 50 linden for the lights, 50 linden for the darks?
Correct.
Looks like my avatar is enjoying the spotlight, the way she's standing there smiling.
I mean, that totally tracks with you.
And my snowflake body shine is on fleek.
Shining. Yep.
Shining
on fleek.
I know I'm dating myself. I'm like, who says that anymore? LaLa does. Although
I don't know quite what the context is. Maybe someone who's more hip can help me out. But I think now it's that you are putting on the Riz or something.
Oh, I know about Riz.
Okay, you know.
All the middle school kids say it.
I see.
And Riz is short for charisma.
I see.
So it's all about the Riz. But I prefer fleek. My eyebrows tend to be on fleek. And so, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So I'm going to pick both of these up, darks and lights. And yeah, I think we're good to go, right?
Yeah, we are.
Tour?
Yes.
So you inspired me at the last stop when you broke out Riz. And then after I faded, I'm like, okay, Riz is great, but what about Gyat? And you're like, what? And so, but you didn't know right off the bat. You had heard Gyat, but you didn't know what it meant.
No, I did not.
Okay, so, and for people, I'm sure people with kids who are like middle school, high school age would know this one, or younger viewers, which we probably don't have. But
we shouldn't have. If you are younger, get out.
Right. And actually, I flag all of my videos not for children. So anyway, Gyat is a slang term used to express strong excitement, surprise, or admiration. Gyat is most commonly used as an exclamation in reaction to seeing a large butt, and may be used as a noun to mean large butt. And when I told you this, what was your response?
I said, I need to know this word.
Yeah, so you're going to hear Tour using Gyat.
I looked it up as well as you were, and I see that it is a acronym of sorts.
Oh.
Standing for Girl Your Ass Thick.
I love when your white self talks like that. Because it's like so like foreign to you. Like, girl, your ass thick. Like, I can't even like mimic your whiteness in saying that. Like, I can get away with a little bit because I'm brown and you are not. So tell me again, what does Gyat mean to her?
Girl, your ass thick.
Love it. I want to hear you using Gyat as much as possible. I want you to surprise me with Gyat, like whenever you drop like naughty lingo, naughty anything where you just course of normal conversation and then Tour turns to the dark side.
Yes, well, I also want you to surprise me with the Gyat, though not with the word.
Well, I mean, I don't think my Gyat is much of a surprise because it's always out there.
Well, true, but sometimes you find poses that make it more Gyat than
more Gyatty?
Normal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that we've started down this slippery slope of slang, current present day slang, I'm gonna have to start busting more out on you each stop. But right now we're at Clef de Peau.
Clef de Peau.
Clef de Peau, and they have a dress called what? Because I don't have my interface on. I know it's not named by.
It is the mini dress.
Mini. Okay. Is it because it's like Minnie Mouse?
M-I-N-N-I-E. Yeah.
Would Minnie Mouse wear that? Or is it just
don't think so.
The boob parts look like the ears of the mini Mickey Mouse thing?
Now, Clef de Peau, they have kind of a pattern of tapping into celebrity things. So I'm wondering if I don't know any mini celebrities, but
last one I remember is Minnie Driver, and that's kind of back there.
Yeah. So I'm curious if this is inspired by some fashion idol or celebrity that we don't know.
I love how we've done this so long that you're like, actually, I've observed with Clef de Peau that they kind of dial into celebrities. It's like, thanks, Tour. Go deep.
Well, they do.
I know. I love your powers of observation. I'm like, it's a dress. It looks like Minnie Mouse. Let's go. And you're like, actually, there might be a celebrity that they're tapping into in the design of just this dress. Now I want to know.
Gosh. I do too, but I don't know. And
if any of our viewers do, please let us know in the comments.
Please do. Get in the comments.
Yeah, drop us a link to whoever Clef de Peau is doing a shout out to with this dress. 50 Linden per color, I assume.
You'd be correct.
And usually it does fit me, so I'm going to say e-body.
Oh,
plus my tray on Lara.
My
tray on Legacy, I mean.
Does it say, or do I have to pull
Try
up the
us.
demo?
You have to do the demo.
I have to do the demo.
Because, oh, no, there's words on the side.
Okay.
Words on the side. Reborn. Waifu. Oh my god. They made that for waifu?
Well.
All right. Sold. I was already sold. I was going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
Kupra, Erica, Jen. I was going to say Gen X. Well, it is Gen X. Because then, what, you know why? Okay, here's why I laugh. Because now you have my brain in, like, generation mode. Because of the Gyat and Riz. And that's, I guess, wait. Because there's Gen Alpha now. Right?
There's Gen Alpha now, yes.
So, is it like Gen Z and Gen Alpha who use that lingo, or mostly Gen Alpha? Because...
Probably both. Probably more Alpha, but...
Yeah. Because here's what I was going to say. Because usually, I don't think I've ever openly admitted this, but I have a son, and he is Gen Z, and he does not talk like that. So...
Right, so it's probably more of Gen
My
Alpha.
son is also very... He's not much into that sort of slang stuff. The most I ever hear from him is bruh, right? He doesn't ever call me that. But I have students at my school who refer to me, or they're telling a story and they're like, bruh. And I'm like, I am not your bruh. I am your teacher. I am, somebody else to you, not your bruh. Like, I've had, like, small children be like, bruh. I'm like, who are you talking to? I'm Mrs. So-and-so, not Mrs. Bruh. So anyway, my son does not talk like that. So that's why I have a hard time placing where that slang is. But based on the TikToks that I watch, and the teachers that I watch on TikTok, it's all middle school. So if it's middle school, then is that Gen Alpha?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that being said, body sizes are on the side.
You're Gen X, right?
I am Gen X. You're not.
I'm just on the side of millennial.
Because you're a baby.
Yes.
You're the older millennial.
Yes.
Yes, I am Gen X. So, and I've never really hid that from anybody. I won't come out and tell you what year. But I am Gen X, and I believe I am very Gen X. Like, when I watch a lot of TikTok, right? And I watch a lot of generational stuff. Oh, and the other thing is, my son will absolutely call you out. Like, he refers to his grandfather as a boomer. Because it's true, he is. And how boomer he is.
Yes.
And that's about, like I said, there's a little bit of that in there with my son, but not Riz or Gyat or any of that stuff. It's usually just bruh and boomer. And, and then they like to throw around boomer as an insult. And I think my son may have tried out that on me once. And I'm like, don't you dare. But I am very Gen X. I think I'm mostly, I mean, if you think of like stereotypical Gen X, maybe not the exact stereotype, but pretty close. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have 3 dresses here. I'm going to buy them all. And especially, I see waifu, and I'm just going to buy fat pack. Like, I see waifu, and we addressed this last time. Waifu equals fat pack for me.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Okay, well, I thought the hyena was sleeping, but he's not. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Do you have anything else before we move along?
No.
Okay. All right, Tour. Where are we?
We are at Consignment.
And I believe, as I look behind me, somewhat slayed the hyena. I had to free the puppy. But anyway, we're at Consignment. And you and I were also reviewing other middle school slang. Did any of it stand out to you?
Is that where you snuck in the slayed from?
Oh, I did, didn't I?
You did.
That was an unintentional slang slip. Because slay apparently is a slang that the middle schoolers use, even though slay is not a new thing.
Right.
So, but that kind of slay versus this hyena is not what I meant. But,
I see.
Thanks for trying to like make me look like I planned that.
I'm trying.
I appreciate you. Okay, so what do they have for us at Consignment?
Well, we have 2 things here. We have this row of 4 stockings.
Oh, I see what kind of stockings we have as I push in.
They're naughty stockings.
I see that.
They're individual stockings. They're just arranged like this, and you get them all as a pack. So, if you need a naughty stocking, this is perfect. And then we also have sleigh rides.
The sign.
The sign. which says right down Santa Claus Lane.
I see.
Apparently 25 cents to get a sleigh ride.
All right. Well, those are cute. So you just click and buy 50 linden each?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, sounds good. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. I can guess by where we're standing and the assortment of items that we're at David Heather.
You would guess correctly.
All right. So I'll let you start us. Where do you want to start, with 50 linden, or do you want to start on one end or the other?
Yeah, we're starting on 50 linden.
Okay, well, let's do it. What do they got?
This is the carry-on decor. So this looks like it's...
Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
I've never seen a piece of luggage like that.
Is very clever, if it is. I mean, it looks like it could very well be.
Yeah.
Let me actually look that up. Apparently there are some like luxury suitcases that do this.
Well, I must not own luxury suitcases.
No. But that's pretty neat. It's a cool idea. So, yes, carry-on decor. I think that's a very clever item and definitely one that could fit into a few different settings.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a very manly-looking wardrobe setup, I would say. We also have, looks like Saturday Sale has shoe polish set. Can't say that I've ever had my shoes polished.
Well, don't you wear sandals?
Well, not all the time. I mean, now I have like a normal corporate job. Well, not corporate, but like a normal job where they require me to come in and dress like a business person.
I see.
Doing a business. So then we have grooming tray over here. All of the shaving and aftershave shenanigans and things like that. Cool. Way over here, after you've gotten ready and then done your day's work or whatever, you enjoy some Cabernet wine service.
I see.
Yeah.
Good.
Huh.
I like that little walkthrough that you gave us of like a story.
Yeah, I mean, this actually looks like it is kind of a story. It looks like this is a whole, like,
experience.
Hotel travel setup.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, very good. 50 linden per item?
50 linden per item.
Okay. Are we good to go?
We are.
Tour?
Yes.
I would say I'm in a pretty gyatty pose right now. No?
I would agree. I would totally agree.
Well, it's not about my gyat. It's about the skin. So we're at DeeTaleZ.
Yeah.
And for FLF, they have Joy. Very appropriate. Yeah. So you can get the basic pack for 50 Linden Fridays, TiVo X. And the pack comes with skins with 2 different eyebrow options, ears, shape, and brow shapes, and built-in neck fix.
Yeah, so let's see. It just...
And look, DeeTaleZ is coupled up with velour because who doesn't?
So it looks like it's just these 2 skin tones. It's... Well, they're 2... Okay, so it's Nord Cold / Velour Icy and Mixed Type / Velour Sienna. Okay.
Mixed type is the color I used to wear when I wore DeeTaleZ.
Gotcha.
So it's a bit tanner, because you know me, I like to be tan.
Yes.
So they give you a pale and like a tan choice.
Yep.
So and then
those 2 options.
Then the Aurelia on the other side is related to the 12 Days of Christmas, which is that LaLa thing.
Oh,
so like right now, I should throw on.
She's got some nice little freckling in there too.
I was thinking while I'm here, I should throw on my DeeTaleZ tag if I still have it, and get that, because then it would be free. You have to be in their group of the store to get the item for free.
Nice.
So it's a nice way to promote store groups.
Very.
So, All right, 50 Linden and you can have joy. That sounds funny. 50 Linden buys you joy.
Ooh,
you know, that would be accurate because 50 Linden Fridays does bring a lot of joy.
It does.
So,
it does.
Yeah. Okay, are we good to go?
We are good to go.
I hate to keep harping on this, but I think this is a Gyati pose. Isn't it?
You have a lot of them.
Yeah.
You do.
And in between, I need to stop looking at, it's Gen Alpha. It's Gen Alpha slang and like a little bit of Gen Z.
Yes.
I need to stop looking at it between takes. I'm just going to say that. Now you've got me going down a rabbit hole of slang. So, I was going to ask you, are we in another non-pushing region? Because I feel far away from you.
I don't think we are.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we?
We're at D-Lab.
And, oh, you know, this reminds me, one of our favorite Christmas tree is from D-Lab. And this is, yeah, we never took it down. And this seems like the next iteration of it.
It does. This one might replace it.
Not replace. No.
No. Okay.
We will find a home for this. And then it too will never be taken down.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, I want to point out that they actually are decorating with this just outside the store. They have them scaled way up.
Oh. That's so nice. I love this so much. And I love their other tree that they did.
Now, I don't recommend scaling it way up like this, because when it's this small on the table here, it's 9 prims, or 9 land up. The scaled up ones are 63.
Oof. That sounds like LaLa level prim usage.
So,
because you know me, I like everything bigger.
Yes, I do too, but
not that.
You gotta be mindful of land impact.
But not when you have a sugar daddy who pays for his own sim and you can just res whatever the fuck you want. That's why I can't function in Linden Lab trailer park with only so many prims.
Right.
And I'm like, do you know who my daddy is? I should be allowed lots and lots of prims. Anyway. Then they'll tell you, well, you can take yourself back to stratagem then. And I'm like, fine, I will. Sorry, having a whole conversation with my imaginary friends. Okay, so we're at D-Lab. I think it's the I'm on vacation giddiness. Like, 2 weeks off, I'm losing my mind. Okay.
I think that might be it.
Okay, so...
Oh, wait.
Yes?
Oh, no.
What?
I've lied to everybody. This is not a flip item.
Oh my God.
I thought it was really cool, and the flip sign was like right there by the door. I'm sorry, but it's still a great tree. The tree is 300 Linden.
I'm buying it anyway.
I only noticed it because I went to buy it, and I was like,
you're like, wait, that's not 50.
But
but you know, you do this to us. This is a thing. Anyone who watches our videos know you do this every so often, but regular enough for it to be a thing.
Yeah, that's true. So this is the flip item. It's the wall clock art, vintage style. So you've got like Chevrolet. You've got...
Wait. You've got what?
Chevrolet.
You've got which one?
Chevrolet. You've got Valvoline.
Oh, I see. I thought you were having another pronunciation thing. I'm like...
You've got Pontiac.
I like how you just keep talking. Like, whatever, LaLa, I'm saying it right. Shut your mouth.
Drink Lynn's root beer. These are pretty amusing. Garade. What's this one say? Eggarade?
E-grade. No. No, Eggarade. You're right.
Eggarade.
I just need to be quiet.
Pre-fatherly advice. That's fun.
I just need to focus on my gyat. I'm just good for gyat. You can read. I'll just be the gyat.
Yeah, so these are all kind of amusing. So you can get these. It looks like it's 2 packs of 5, each 50 Linden. So that's 10 Linden per sign. And that's the actual flip item. But I also recommend getting the tree because that's a great tree.
All right, very good. Are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at the Forge.
The Forge. And before I start looking too far away, The only thing here for Flip is this top in white or black.
Correct.
Because last time it was like, ooh, look at this up here in the fat pack. You're like, no, Consuela. Just look down below.
It does include e-body waifu.
I see that. That's a fun top. So
it is a fun top, although it's very sheer.
It is.
So, and I know you don't like to have your bits out there most.
I don't. Unlike Mama LaLa, you would think I would take after her and be comfortable with bits out. But I'm not. And
look at these Santa
the boots.
Out boots, yeah.
Yeah, I was eyeing them before. Those are very good looking boots. I need those. All right, so this is the Santa boot, but what is that? It's just an item, a new release, right? It's right here. So, it's not Fliff. Then you've got like the wrapping bow one, and then you've got your bow pasties. Yeah. So they're called Titmus. Oh my god.
Titmus.
Oh, Titmus. That's on point. And it's for waifu, so obviously I need to get it. So okay, so I'm buying fat packs of things here. So there's got to be a fat pack of Titmus, Santa, the Santa boots, and then Zeta. So what's this other one up here? Noella. That one's fun too because it would think.
I like that one a lot.
What, Noella?
Yeah. Noella, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of fun seasonal stuff here. So, but 50 Linden Friday, so white or black. And I'm assuming it's 50 Linden each, it looks like, because they're two separate vendors.
Correct. Yep.
So, okie dokie. Are we good to go?
We are.
Sure.
Yes.
I got hungry.
Well, we can't have that.
I whipped out my candy canes from junk food.
Perfect.
And I didn't read the note card yet, but it had a few different like bento candy canes, but they were just like, I'll just actually turn my interface on so people can see. And they were lettered, so it was like bento. There we go. It was bento F, bento M, which means, to me, male or female, right? But then there was like, it says sugar cane, Santa cane F, Santa cane H, K, and M. And I don't know, I didn't try any of the other ones. I just put the F one on, and it seems to line up right. Like I'm not shoving candy cane through my forehead.
Right.
And like my tongue's coming out, and I'm mostly licking it okay. Like it's landing.
And what were the other letters? So it was M, F.
It was M and F are there, but then H and K. So I'm wondering if the K is like kids.
Oh, maybe.
But I don't know what the H is. And there's a note.
Just held?
I don't know.
Rather than interacting with it.
Because even when I look at the... it says bento animated candy cane for all sizes. So I don't know what the letters mean. I get that they're different sizes, and I'm assuming F and M are the obvious. Yeah. And K could be kid for like your little avatars. But I don't know what H is. So.
Yeah, I don't either.
Anyway, I'm not going to try it out now because it would break me to be putting on and off all these things. So, and then typically, I already broke through the hold when I was messing around on the group of candy canes. But I'm not mad at it because I like a little bit of movement instead of having a locked arm. So it's fine that she's, like, it looks natural that she would hold him down there like that.
Yeah, so. I agree.
Anyway, we're not here at
full of candy canes.
That's right. I'm content now because I've got candies and I've got more than one, and I can just keep sucking down candy canes. And I love the animations on this. Just the lick,
really good
and then the lip licking. So Latte did an awesome job.
Oh yeah,
and I
totally agree.
I am thrilled that I'm not jamming candy cane through the bridge of my nose.
Yeah, and you look very happy about it.
I do. My avatar is thrilled. So, just saying. All right, Tour, where are we? It's not junk food.
No, we're at 423.
And I should probably be careful about this sign.
We have the Anya dress. Yeah, it is a very sheer dress.
Yeah.
We have some nippleage going on. You can zoom in on the dresses.
Yeah, I am.
Themselves.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Perfect. So yeah, it's got exposed, most of the belly exposed up.
Which is your favorite part?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting cut because it is actually right above the belly button.
True.
Which is not one that I see typically, but I like it. I think that's very fun. It's also very leggy with the left leg fully exposed there. So this is very fun. And I think you would be able to rock this. So let's see, what does this fit?
Oh, it fits me.
It's I know it fits you.
If it's me, so that's all that matters to her.
Cooper, Lara, X, Legacy, Reborn, and Waifu.
That's what made it Fat Pack for me.
Yes.
So.
Gat Pack.
See, you did it. You did it. I applaud you. So, yes, I guess that's what we're going to be calling it now. So, since there's a waifu, I bought the Gat Pack. I think you've coined a new term.
Oh, God.
So, but by the look of the dress models, not the vendor, it looks like maybe you might have some opacity control, but maybe not. Maybe it's just the way the vendors appear.
Yeah, I can't tell from the vendors.
So, I bought the Gat Pack because of waifu.
I hope that there is, because that'll allow you to, wear it out. Because I think this would be a fun one to wear out.
Yeah.
And you can always get creative with, layers and whatnot.
Yeah, sure. I could just toss on the pasties from the forge over the top.
Oh, there you go, yeah. That'll work.
Yeah. Okay, but it sounded like you were getting ready to move us along.
Yes, because otherwise I'm going to say something about the store design.
Oh? Should we go there or no?
Sure, I'll go there.
Well, you can't say something like that and expect me to not ask you.
Okay. So, I noticed it as we were trying to figure out if these models can adjust their opacity. I don't know, but what I do know is the lighting in this store combined with this sign being full bright and possibly having a glow applied to it makes this look incredibly washed out.
Yeah.
Stop full bright. Don't full bright. Adjust the lighting on your environment if you need to, please. Like, I look inside the building and there are some vendor signs where it is not used full bright and they look so much better. And then they put them next to ones that are full bright and it's just so washed out. This needs addressing. Please take a look at that. So anyway, that's my I can't with full bright.
I know you can't, and it's very triggering for you because you said full bright arrived when I did, right? In 2007?
But the lighting did, so we got away from full bright.
Gotcha. So full bright was a thing when you were here initially.
Yeah, because we didn't have wind lights at all.
Uh-huh.
So
I brought the light.
Yes, you brought the light. Yeah, we had the day-night cycle, which meant that sometimes everyone was in the dark and sometimes everyone was in the light.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did we? Yes, we did.
But you couldn't control the cycles back then in your day?
You could not control the cycles at all. You just were at the mercy of the day-night cycle. And the rooms themselves, because you had no lighting, if you wanted to make your room look illuminated, you just popped it on full bright and called it a day.
That's an interesting fun fact. I mean, when I got here, you could control the day because I know I lived in noon 24/7.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And I know that, I think from your origins when you arrived in Second Life that you have been traumatized by Fulbright.
Yes.
Because that's a thing, and we've talked about it before, where if something's Fulbright and it's going to be in your space, I need to figure out a way to get rid of it or to make it not Fulbright. Yeah. Because I know better than to have a single thing in Fulbright around you. Because even the smallest thing, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. I see it. And if I see it, you're going to like hone in on it right away.
Now, there are some people who live their lives in like CalWL or something. And if you change over to that, it like, I suspect, because I just tried it, I suspect that this store designer probably lives in something like that because it actually looks fine in the store. But unfortunately, the region environment is not that. And the region environment itself is lovely, but it is incompatible with the way this store has been designed with these Fulbright signs.
Yeah.
So that is my nudge to please take a look at that. Shift up your environment, or at least look at it in the region environment and make sure that everything looks good in the region environment, because that's what people's default experience is going to be coming in here. And it would be a shame if people didn't get to see all of these really great products in their best light.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready now?
Yes.
All right, tour. We are at Havoc.
Yes, we are.
And this is fun.
This is fun. I like this a lot.
What are they calling it?
They're calling it the Poppy set.
Poppy. So 50 linden per color on this?
Yes, you can get it in black or red. It looks like they do have the GAT pack for 1,000.
That's gonna stick. That's gonna stick.
So this is Legacy, Maitreya, Hourglass, Cooper, Reborn, and Peach.
But I don't see waifu on there.
No waifu on there. So this is not gonna be a GAT pack.
Not a GAT pack for me, because it's taken a lot to go without my waifus for this outfit.
I am amused that this sign still says exclusive at the Uber event, which is
tour. They always do that.
I know,
it's like they're gonna repurpose their exclusives for FLF. That's fine, because I don't get to these other events, so I'll take it.
Yep. And over here on the Saturday sale, we have the exclusively for the grand event.
Ooh, are those leggings that are pants, that are boots? Yeah, those are nice. And I like that jacket.
That is pretty nice. Actually,
the Harper set, exclusively for the Grant.
That's a good outfit.
It is. I like this a lot. So, and it does fit Reborn.
Nice.
It just still does not fit waifu.
No.
And that's an interesting outfit. I could see picking that up in an assortment. I mean, the fat pack on the pants might be a thing for me. Like that, I like that. It's been a minute since I've had pants that were boots the same time. Pant boots.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, some of my favorites were from modeling. And I remember it was like just this one set of like stylish, like legging pant boot things that were really nice and ahead of their time, in my opinion. But like everybody had them because they were a thing. But I haven't seen more of that. So I'm going to get the fat pack on that.
Good.
And then I'm going to pick up this dress over here. Probably the black and the red as well.
Fantastic.
Okay, are we good to go?
We are.
All right, tour. We have been doing a lot of talking before I actually started recording. But we're at Hive, and we have both picked up grenades.
Yeah.
Holiday grenades. And we don't know what they do because we can't res here.
Right.
So,
yeah, apparently you throw it and the holiday magic comes out.
Yeah, that's what it tells you. It says, click to throw and make holiday magic. So maybe when we get to a stop where we can actually throw it, then we'll know. But we bought it, clearly, because it's like, what is this? And then I had to stop licking my candy cane, which made you sad. So, but I wanted to have a grenade, too.
Yeah, you'll put your candy cane back. You'll grab another one.
Yeah, I have a whole festival. And then, so for the holiday grenade is 50, and then it's your face here package, which comes with one for you and a second transferable version for you to give. So you can put your embarrassing face photos on there. Like, what is in here? Looks like a bunny or a pig. I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like a pig.
Yeah. And then they have a dude whose eyes are like somewhat open.
I think this is very clever. Because you just, you drop the texture on there and it puts it all over the box.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Very fun. Yeah. I love that.
Yep. And then I have been distracted by this ugly ass sweater behind you. Have you not seen that?
Yeah.
How do you miss that?
Yeah, that one's unique.
Yeah. So what are these other? Because it's the ugly ass holiday sweaters. And I was reading the other ones. So we've got the ugly ass sweater, which is funny, and then Let's Get Baked, Big Nick Energy. Oh my goodness, I love that one. Chala at ya boy. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Ask
good.
your mom if I'm real.
Wow.
I'm the gift, and I do it for the hose. Wow. And then It's the Most Wonderful Time for a Beer.
Perfect.
Those are great. So anyway, I couldn't help but notice
High Five always has great energy.
They do.
I love this stuff.
They definitely have big Nick energy, for sure.
Yeah.
So. All right, are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, tour. We came home. When I say we, I meant me. I came home because you took after Hive, you took your grenade off. I said, Tour, you took your grenade off. And then what did you say?
Well, you were like, we wanted to see what it did. And I was like, well, we're not going to do that at different stores.
No, that's not what you said.
I don't remember.
You said, we're unlikely to run into a place that allows us to res.
Right.
And I said, no, we're not, because I'm about to run home.
Yes.
So we are now in Stratagem, where we often hang out right in front of the house. So
yes.
So I think we've given a sneak peek of our house before. This is
we have.
This is Trompe Wheel, and this is part of what I call the Blanche compound, because we got the two buildings that look like each other. So we've built a little compound. Anyway, I really needed to know what this grenade does, so we took a little sidebar. So I'm gonna click it from my inventory because I can't click it when I'm throwing it. It's the Crimus grenade. Touch. And then throw.
Yeet.
And then what? What did I miss? What is it doing?
It's going.
Oh, and it lands it over there. And did what? I don't see anything else.
I heard music, but
oh, was it music?
Yeah,
because I won't be able to hear that because my sounds are off, and then when I play in the music to the video, you can't hear it.
I didn't see anything though. Let me try throwing one.
Are you saying my throw was crap?
Well, no.
I'm gonna click it again because maybe it'll go to the same place. Touch.
Okay.
And throw. There it goes. And then it bounced away, and that's it. Did it do something somewhere else?
I don't see it doing anything. Like I said, I do hear it does a little bit of music. Let me try throwing it over this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a grassy area.
Yeah, and this looks like might be a little bit more open. So touch and give it a little bit of a throw here. Hup.
Does it just play music when you throw it then and create some dust?
That's all I've got. Okay, looking in the contents, I think that's all it can do. It plays, so there, in the contents we have Christmas grenade for resin, we have a grenade thing script, we have 3 sounds, and we have the 2 animations. I think that's all it is able to do.
Okay, I'll take it.
Which is all good.
Okay, well, we were just curious.
Yep.
All right, so are you ready to go to the next store for reals?
Yes.
For real? For real?
For real.
All right. All right, Tour. I have traded my grenade for a candy cane again. And I know you approve. And speaking of that, and I wonder if I have the right size of the candy cane on right now, looking at how far into my mouth it's going. But we determined, like, your prediction, and I'm going to check too, because I feel like I don't have the right size on, that, no, I do. I have the female one on. I don't know why it's, like, not
H is hold.
H is hold.
And K is kids.
Yep.
So
just like
between the 2 of us, we did get all of them.
We puzzled it out.
Woo.
So, that being said, where are we now?
We are at Hive, and we have a festive walrus.
And I told you, I want this. Like, I don't need this, but I want it. Because it's just adorable.
It is really adorable.
So, 3 animated light modes by HUD, left and right bento, hold, and decor, with and without lights. So, if you want your walrus to be festive, you can put lights on it. And if you don't, then you don't have to put lights on it.
I've got one.
Oh.
My buddy.
Oh. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. I want to send it to Mari. I think she would need it more than me.
Yeah.
So, although now I'm bummed that my candy cane is going into my face when it wasn't before.
It was a little bit.
But not. I don't know. I guess I wasn't focused on it. Now I'm focused on it. I don't know. I may have to reattach it. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna pick this up from Mari if I can send it to her.
Okay.
So
yeah,
50 Linden per color.
Yes.
Okay, we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. Where are we?
We're at Justice, and we have the Sarah wedges.
Ooh, you dove right in.
Yes.
It's probably because you were yawning like 2 seconds ago, and you're like, we gotta pick this up because it was late for me. And if I make it a 10 a.m. performance, I need to get to bed. This is you talking, not me. Okay, so yeah, Sarah Wedge's Justice. Looks like they fit Reborn. But also Lara, Legacy, Freya, and Slink.
Yeah.
And I like this because it's unique. You don't see a shoe like this, and it doesn't look like it's like ouch setting. So
right, it's kind of the
like a normal
the
kind
softer
of
heel.
Yeah.
I also like that it has the exposed toes because you like to show off your.
Yeah, maybe I could get my pedicure on there. Yeah, my 1990 pedicure.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I'll pick these up. 50 Linden, not a bad price.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we good to go? I know we're going to try to keep it moving because you're getting sleepy.
Almost. I do want to also mention this thing behind me. It's called the Faith lingerie, which caught my eye. I thought that was interesting.
Well, why would that catch your eye, Tour?
Because that was your legacy name for quite a while.
Faith Rochelle, which is funny because I always used to say Rachel.
Yeah.
And it was only because you started saying it was Rochelle. And I'm like, that sounds much nicer than Rachel. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I have 3 avatars named Faith. It was a thing for me for a minute. So,
yes, it was.
But I had an E on the end. And only my original avatar retained Faith because she was the original. She was the OG Faith.
Right.
So, I actually think the other Faith still is called Faith, but original avatar has a different name as like display name, but I refuse to change her legacy name because original avatar. She holds a special place in my heart.
Yes, of course.
So, and I had reasons for her name. So, and the other one, the name Faith kind of stuck to her. So, it's all good. Okay, enough story time. We got to keep moving, or you're gonna fall asleep on me, and I'm gonna start catching you yawning while I'm recording.
Okay.
We'll
keep going.
All right, Terry. You see this dude right here?
Yes, I do.
I thought for a minute he might be Phil. But he's not, because his name is not Phil. But I'm not going to put my interface on. But you usually don't see dudes in here except for you, Tor.
That's true.
And Phil's been missing from the photos. And I feel like this dude might have some Phil energy. Although I think Phil was a little bit more salt and pepper. Like he was grayish. So.
Yeah. They are doing the couple shopping thing like we do. Love to see that.
Yeah, because, we see people in various groupings, but we don't usually... I mean, we see guys and girls out together.
Yeah.
And then, hey, look, it's Colette outside. Isn't that Colette out there? How does she know when we're flipping? How does she know?
Well...
And last time, she's like, you didn't get me on cam. And I'm like, that's because your head wasn't really rezzed. And she doesn't like it when she's not rezzed right.
Right.
I think she's rezzed. Oh, see, and her head went weird on me just now. I think she must have popped something on or off. Oh, her head's back.
Her head just, head just restored for me.
Yep. She's super preggy again.
Yes, she is.
Yep.
Hi, Colette.
Hi, Colette, we got you on film this time. So, and you'll see when you watch the video that your head wasn't right for a minute. So, All right, so that's Colette. But we didn't even talk about the item yet. We're at Fil Casse.
Fil Casse, yes.
I was like, where are we? We're at the Colette store. No, we're not. All right. Fil Casse.
The Colette store. So this is the shiny bodysuit.
And who's it fit again? Is it on the side? It's like, is this gonna fit Colette? Yep. She can stuff herself in this. So Maitreya, Lara, Petite, Legacy, Perky, E-Body, Reborn. Although I think she's wearing waifus, right? Or is she wearing?
She is currently wearing waifu.
Yeah, she's not gonna get those waifus in this.
No.
So, but she could stuff herself into this for sure.
Yes.
So Fat Packs have 24 colorful HUD, but it looks like you got some holiday colors here with the red and green, and then the black and purple. So 50 Linden per pack.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll say hi to Colette, but we got her on film this time because I think she was a little disappointed. She saw us last time and didn't get her cameo.
Yep.
And I was like, that's because your head wasn't right, and I know how you feel about it. So, anyway, are we good to go?
We are.
All right, tour. I know where we are, but it hurt my brain for a second because usually Mug is a sponsor and we get to it first. So I'm like, Mug, I thought we were mostly done. And I was like, well, it is M.
Yes.
It's just not sponsor Mug. It's regular
Correct.
Mug.
It's regular Mug. And we have shoes. We have the Petra
look
boots.
At them. Yeah.
They've got fun little holders for a cell phone or something on the side.
Or snacks.
Snacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny snacks though.
Well, maybe some mints.
I think the snacks need to be closer to your face. That's a lot of stretching over to get your snacks.
Or maybe it's I'm sitting down and then I lift my foot up to you and be like, can you get something from a snack pouch?
There you go.
There we go. Those high-calorie mints. So, this fits Maitreya, Legacy, Cooper, Reborn. It's only for the flatfoots. It too does the body shapes and HUD, like Mug does. 6 base colors, 10 lace colors, 10 fishnet colors, and you get 4 additional bonus colors in the Gyat pack.
Gyat pack, which is 300.
Yep. But usually they have a super Gyat pack, but I don't see that today. I think it's just because it's shoes, you just get a Gyat pack.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
okay,
I think
so
that they only have one item out and such because they are pushing the 12 days of Mugmas.
Oh, are they? Is that what's on the floor? 12 days of Mugmas. It just faded out for me or went wonky, but I see what you're talking about. Yep. What I was going to say is 50 Linden per color, right? Yes. And then how much is the Gyat pack?
At 300.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pick this up because it's unique, and I like unique footwear. So, all right, are we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right, tour. We're at Oh My, and this is Joseph.
Yeah.
And you were saying you don't have this one already.
No, I did not have this one.
Previously, but you do now.
Yeah, do now.
So, it looks great. So 50 Linden.
Front. We have kind of I have a pose like this, but it's not quite this one.
You've had that hand pose before.
I've had a pose like that as well, but I did not have this pack, so. Yeah, this one looks like it's got ones that are similar to things that I already have, but I'm always going to pick up my poses that are on Flip, so.
Advance one more. I want to see the hands down one on you. It's almost like you're just resting it on your crotch.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm hard pressed to not like Oh My. Like, I like everything Oh My does. They know that. They know that.
Yes.
So and I'll just cam over to the other. So it's Joseph. So I like that they have like a men's offering. And then over here they have Holly, which is the ladies' offering, and I picked that one up. And then while we were here, I hit the advent calendar box thing, because if you're a group member, you get free gifts daily. And I was sharing with you that for a minute I was logging in on purpose to make sure I got them, and then I got tired. So there's been plenty of the Oh My advent calendar that I've missed, because like we were saying before, some places you can come by whenever, as long as you're in the group, you can catch up on the gifts, and in some places no. And Oh My is one of those no places. Like Octubre was the same. Like if you miss a day, you can't go back and get the other stuff. So it is what it is. I'm not complaining, unless Shalina or Wolf want to send me all the things I've missed. That's all. I'm happy to accept them. But I get it. You have to come in and hit the box. So
okay,
I have done that.
We might have to go to Anthem.
Why?
I'm gonna bring you over to this.
Oh.
So we have our Oh My couples thing.
Oh, you're talking about the cuddles one for the children.
Yeah.
I have already gifted this to Mari.
Oh, okay.
I saw this because, again, I've been coming in to hit the advent box. Well, I was previously. And I saw this, and she has it. So
perfect.
You need to ask her to use it on you, because of course, when I saw this, I'm like, sold. Like, hello, it's an Oh My HUD for children.
Excellent. So,
and we love our Oh My HUD. And I'm just going to say this, and I hope Shalina and Wolf are watching, because, they may not necessarily always watch. Or now I'm going to have to make sure to put it on their server and say, Shalina and Wolf, you need to watch the Oh My segment. Take a minute and watch it, because I don't know if they know that, like, our nightly routine,
it's our ritual,
includes their HUD.
Yes.
Like,
it's our sign off. It's our goodbye.
Goodbye every time. With which one is it that you use? Because there's a couple. We have several. We have like all of them.
So we changed it up, but lately I've been using Sir and the pose where your yacht is.
It's the yacht pose
against me. Yeah, it's the yacht pose.
That's our favorite one. So Shalina and Wolf, I want to thank you both for your amazing creations that have now become a part of our nightly sign-off ritual. Yes. We cannot log out of SL without hitting the yacht pose in the Sir HUD.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wanted them to know that.
Yeah, and I mean we've used a number of them and sometimes change it up, but it really is our favorite, like, interactor HUD.
Yeah, well, what's amusing to me is that I started that with, like, one of their first female, like, Oh My HUDs, and then it quickly became all about, well, you have the male HUD, you're gonna do it, and, like, it's just the thing now. You put on your HUD and we do it, and it wasn't, because Sir was a more recent one, so you were using your male HUD, and then when Sir came out, it's been all about Sir. And we haven't I want us to do, did I gift you this other one? The tender. Did I gift you? No, it's a woman's one. That's why we haven't done it. Right. So you need to let me use the tender HUD, because I have it. I picked up this one and I sent Mari the other one.
Very good.
We may not need to do it tonight because I know you're running out of energy. But at some point this weekend, let me try the tender HUD on you. Okay. Because I love it. Like, if I have to link you the little trailer video that they did for it, it is so good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Since if the creator does actually check in on this, I also want to mention, and because our audience might find this amusing, we have, however, had some mishaps. Usually after doing the 50, where I forget to take you off the leash.
That's right.
And because of the way that the Oh My HUD works, the way it actually positions people, it puts, like, the the one initiating on top of the other avatar, which is a very great way of handling it because it allows more precise positioning. But if you're leashed, then
you're a yo-yo.
Then you're a yo-yo.
Yes.
And we just start colliding like crazy, and your bumper starts going absolutely wild. And you ask me 1,000
do you even
times
like
if I
milkshakes? Yes. Yes. It's amusing. For sure.
It's very funny.
And it always, like, just the way you react to it. You're like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh no.
Yeah,
What
oh
have I
dear, oh
done?
no, yes. You're like, unleash, unleash, unleash. So. That's a funny story for them too.
Yeah.
So. Okay,
All right.
are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tori. I can tell we're at Phedora, but I also wanted to throw in one more thing for Shalina and Wolf if they're still watching. But we affectionately call our sign-off time the lineup, because I know I have to be positioned directly in front of Tor, maybe a few paces ahead of him, and facing the opposite direction.
Yep.
So we learned this, like, oh, that's not right. Like, we can't go into it facing each other. And we can't go into it if we're not directly in front of each other. And so we've used it so much that it's habit now. We've used the Oh My HUDs so much. So we know it's time for the lineup. So whenever we're done, we're like, okay, we're going home to do the lineup. And you're like, yep. And it's because we're about to use our Oh My HUDs to end the visit, end of the session, you know? So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there for them to enjoy as well. Little anecdotes about how we use their products. All right, so we're at Phedora, and they have the fluff slides, which I already have. So if you were in the market for some cozy, fluffy slippers, then Phedora has what you need. And it comes with a bunch of colors, 50 Linden, and you get 20. If it's Belleza, Maitreya, E-Body, Inithium, and Legacy. So, very cozy shoe. I've enjoyed wearing.
Yes.
Okay, are we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right, Tour. We are at Supernatural.
Yes.
And they have the Brigida. Is that how you would say that? It's like Bridget.
I think so.
Brigida heel.
Brigida.
Bump?
Sounds right.
Yeah. 50 Linden for the Giat pack. And it fits Maitreya, Legacy, E-Body, Erica, and Kupra. And so it's a fat pack, so it comes with a bunch of colors. I think it's a very interesting shoe. So I picked it up.
Lots of foot exposed for sure.
Yeah. So it's a very nice looking shoe. All right. Are we good to go?
We have 2 more stores. Yep.
Sounds good. All right, Tour. We are at Tentacio, where you placed me on a pedestal, and I appreciate that. So, but apart from that, what does Tentacio
2
have?
items. So we have the zoo boots.
Those are fun.
Specifically this star version.
Yeah.
Which is like a big warm sock that's pulled over the boot. I love that.
I want to know where the fat pack of this is. I'm sorry, the Giat pack. Because I need this boot. I love the chunky like leg warmer. And I would just want to put on like, I don't know, like a Roslyn like romper jumpsuit thing that's just all warm, you know?
Right.
That looks so good. Or even one of their short ones with like, because you know, a mesh like jumpsuit would collide with the bottom of this. But what I'm thinking is Roslyn has a lot of like short ones, and then I could put on some of like those thick cozy tights from C'est La Vie with this, and I could just see the outfit in my head. Like it would be so good.
All right. Well, you've got the fat pack now.
Oh, did you send it to me?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then there's like these little mittens that have like holiday things in them. I want to say it was like a little flower
and
arrangement.
A gingerbread man and a
that's really
That's
nice.
very nice. Really lovely decoration. It looks like it's intended to just be held, but I think you could pull it off as a decor piece.
Especially if you have like a hook or something to hang it off of.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yep.
I want to know where they got. They must sell what she's holding in her other hand because I want that drink.
Yeah.
And I like that the phone is just resting there. Like, she's talking and carrying her drink and carrying her little mittens.
Yep.
That's fun. All right. So 50 linden per item. The fat pack does exist. How much was the fat pack in case there are others who want the whole of it, like me?
It was 1,200.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very good. Are we good to go? It's like, this was the penultimate?
This was the penultimate.
Fantastic. Yes. Let's get to the last stop then.
Hey.
All right, Tor. I have to say, I was remiss at the start of the video to not acknowledge that I'm still wearing Veechi duck nails.
Oh,
and I think it's because it's just so much a fact for me.
Yeah.
Just like I don't have to say, I am wearing Alt 3 skin. I am wearing Alt 3, although I did call out the body shine. I don't always, but I changed it, so that's how come I called it out.
Right.
But, like, Veechi's duck nails are just a part of my avatar, just like Zipper's skin is.
Yes, it is.
So, that being said, I am still wearing my duck nails by Veechi. But we're at Veechi, and I'm seeing these new nails, and I'm like, I want these in duck. So, pastel glitter tips. These are so pretty. And the one beneath it is natural glitter tips. Aubrey, duck, please. Please make these in duck. They're so pretty. Oh
yeah, these would be great duck, but of course they're excellent as is.
They are. I
like the glitter.
I hate getting out of duck nails.
Dipped them in the glitter.
Right?
Yeah.
That's so pretty. They're very appropriate for the season.
Yeah.
So.
This fuzzy couple looks very
I did
cute.
notice the fuzzy couple, yeah. She's got her little Spotify thing next to her, the one gal who walked away.
Oh no, Aubrey, I have to ding Aubrey on something.
Why? Is one of her vendors not right?
I'm gonna walk over. One of her signs
leaving?
is not correct.
Oh?
No.
She didn't win foes again, did she?
No, over here.
Uh-huh.
So these are Monster Hand, but these are not for female. This is over in the men's section.
Oh.
And the label was just a copy and paste, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a minor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, those nails,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I noticed it because I was picking up these nails.
Oh, you were picking them up?
Yeah, because
they're good.
You know, I never know when I might need some claws.
Yeah, and there have been instances where you do, even though you're Santa Claus now.
Oh,
tist.
Oh,
you ho-hoed. Ho-ho. That was funny, Mrs. Claus. Ho-ho.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Look at me with my candy cane, just pleased at myself for making it funny.
You did. You always make me laugh.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to do it. You need to laugh more.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm gonna pick both of these up, and they're lovely, and I'm hopeful that I'll get them in duck nail one day.
Okay.
Okay, are we good to return to, what was the sim name?
Luann's World.
Luann's World. Maybe we'll go in the house and sit. Do you have First Life thoughts? Brief ones?
Brief ones.
Because I know you're tired, so I don't know. I figure you're not going to go on for a bit.
No, we'll go to brief one.
Okay, well, let's go take care of that. We'll head out. All right, tour. We have made it back to Luann's World.
Yes.
And we're inside, and we're going to hear Puppy because Puppy's awake again. But not for long, because I'm going to toss it to you, because now it's time for First Life Thoughts.
Yes. And so, as I mentioned, this is going to be a little bit of a briefer one. And I realized that I could cover this next week, but I wanted to bring this to this one just so people can kind of start putting it in their mind through the holidays. But a couple years ago, I saw this video by CGP Grey, and it's a fantastic video called Your Theme. And he proposes an alternative to New Year resolutions. And as we're kind of putting a close on this year, people are going to be thinking about that. And I really like the dynamic that he proposes, which is rather than make a resolution, make a theme for the year, where rather than setting like hard goals, you set something kind of vague that'll be your focus for the year. So a focus could be like reading, or it could be creativity, or like photography could be a theme. And it's basically throughout the year you've just try to find some you try to look for opportunities that would enable your theme to happen more organically rather than just trying to force it. Because anyone who's lived for any amount of time knows that if you try and just set an immediate hard goal at the start of the year, by February it's already toast. New Year resolutions don't hold, but themes can hold. And I strongly encourage watching the video, which will be linked. And so I'm also not to tip the scales on anything, but I'm also putting in a link to resources on community organizing for anyone who might be interested in a theme of connecting with their community or something along those lines. But even if you don't, of course, those are still useful and out there. And because a lot of times I'm talking about kind of rough things in these segments, and yes, there's a lot of work to do, but this is kind of the good thing, is there's a lot of people who not only are doing the work, but who believe that the work needs doing. And sometimes you just have to either find those people and get involved, or sometimes you have to just pick up the right tools and start doing the organizing yourself. But change does happen and is always happening. And for all of the chaos and kind of and pain and such in the world that's out there, in the long run, we win ultimately. The reality in society skews in a more egalitarian direction over time. And so those are just kind of my thoughts as we're going into the holidays. And I hope everyone does have a wonderful holiday, however you are spending it, in whatever way you are celebrating or not celebrating.
Yeah.
And yes, that pause is me saying I'm passing it back to you.
Okay. And I kind of knew it. I figure I can read your pauses.
Yes.
I try to give you enough time and not rush in, because I know you speak at
Sometimes
a slower pace. Yeah. And so I've learned that over time. But yes. I'm with you on that. I love the topic of it, the notion of a theme. I think for me, I'm not a resolutions person, and actually, I listen to a lot of podcasts here and there. Some are educational, some are more spiritual, and they have to, more aligned with like Wiccan and pagan beliefs and things. And there's more talk about like setting intentions for the new year.
Intention is another good word.
Yeah, so that's what it was reminding me of, because resolutions are, very specific, and an intention usually is also specific, but I feel like it's a bit different, where you're kind of like, if it seemed like it kind of fell into like what you were talking about setting a theme.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea of that. So I've been just recently starting to give that some thought. It's like, what intentions do I want to set for the new year?
If you do happen to give that video a watch, it's only like a 7-minute one. I'd be curious what your thoughts are.
Sure.
I think it's an excellent one.
Well, I will have time to watch it because I'm on winter break.
True.
So.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and bring us to a close then. I want to, as always, thank everyone who watches our videos, who likes, comments, subscribes, shares with friends. We appreciate all of you, whether you comment or not. Like, I know Tristan, we twisted his arm and he commented and ran.
Finally.
And Lark, I didn't mention you once in this video, and I'm doing it now because I want you to always feel seen. And, I should start running down a litany of people to call out in my thank yous. It kind of reminds me of when I would watch. I don't know if it was. Maybe you can help weigh in on this, because I feel like Twitch streamers will have like people they shout out who are like subscribed to their channel and like pay at different tiers and stuff. We don't have like a pay model on ours, because
they do it like when they get like a subscription or something.
Yeah.
But like on ours, one thing that I have seen is where you have like a list of people scroll at the end.
Yes, exactly. Like that's what I was thinking about. Like I was thinking the times that I've seen that was when I was really like big into Animal Crossing, and there's so many different like Animal Crossing like YouTubers, and at the end of their videos they would do exactly that. They would just kind of flash up all the names. So part of me is like starting to feel like I should shout out like all our commenters. Like I want to thank so-and-so and so-and-so for like Lark comments like every time. Mama LaLa has lots of opinions, and she will just dump them en masse when, she gets around to watching our videos, because she just told me when I saw her, she's like, I haven't even watched the last one. And then, we got Zipper will pop in and comment. Aubrey Snoodle will comment. So like, I'm going to go back in our comments and make a list so I can call them all out. And then, and I'll have to add Tristan Mills to the list, because now he has 2. Woo. So, and I think, I feel like people enjoy that. Like, I know when I was reading Lark's comments most recently, she's like, you mentioned me twice in the video. I'm like, ooh, we're doing a Lark count. So I need to make sure Lark always feels seen. So, but and I want to do that for everybody, not just Lark. So, so next time I'm gonna have a list. I have time to make a list. So when we make our next video, I'll be doing some very specific shout outs. So I'm tossing it back to you, Tor.
All right, and with that, we will see you in the next video.